What's going on, guys? Before we start, just a quick rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, who we lost yesterday, sadly. Rest in peace, man. Welcome to the Planet Doubt podcast, where we doubt everything. I'm here with the squad. My name is Chris.
CX Drive.
I see you.
Man, neat.
And it's your boy John Lewis. Welcome back to Planet of Doubt, episode number 15. We're moving on up. Welcome back, guys. If you are here, please like and subscribe right now. Why not? You're already here. You might as well do it. So as you guys can see, CX Drive is back from the last episode.
You were missed.
He was at the end of the last episode, but now he's here for the full length. But how's it going for you guys? How's been your last week in this world 2020? Craziness.
Same old with me, man. Like, y'all know I tested positive for COVID, so just been quarantining at the crib, watching a whole lot of playoffs, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, just chilling at the crib watching sports, you know. We got the playoffs and we got baseball back, so it's a good time.
Well, I know Mr. CX Drive was out and about this week, sir. How is it in the streets of the Hard Rock? How's it looking out there? You want to tell us like how you saw the atmosphere? If there was a lot of people out there, people social distancing, or does it look like a normal day? Like, what's it looking like at the Hard Rock?
To even get inside the Hard Rock, there's like thermal scanners to see if anybody's has a high temperature.
Damn, that's pretty cool though. Like, to check your, like, is it one of those like the ones that don't touch or whatever?
No, they don't touch you. It's literally you walk through the door, and there's like cameras that automatically test you. Like,
And this is for the hotel or the casino or both?
It's both. There's only one entrance that you could go in through.
That's pretty cool.
Like, you go through that entrance, but you don't even have to like stop or anything. Like, if the camera beeps, I guess they know somebody's sick. But when I went through, I literally just walked through and nothing happened. Like, nobody stopped me, nobody did anything.
Yeah. What's scary about that though is that like me, like you don't have to have a fever to have it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing too. Like, there's people who have COVID and don't show symptoms or don't have fevers, and they can still have COVID. But it's up to them to, if they know they have COVID, to stay home. You know.
Was that you had like gloves and a mask and everything on the casino floor?
Well, I don't wear gloves, but definitely the mask. Like, in the, even getting into the hotel, you have to wear a mask. Like, you can't be in the hotel without a mask. Like, if they see you without a mask, like, a security guard goes up to you and they give you one of those like blue masks that they have, because they need everybody to have that for, like, I guess, liable reasons.
That's pretty cool that they're supplying their own masks. A lot of people aren't. A lot of places aren't doing that. So.
No, yeah, those masks are hella cheap too, though.
Maddie, doesn't Melissa work at the Hard Rock?
She does. She hasn't been because she tested positive as well. But actually, she tested negative either today or yesterday, so she should be going back to work soon.
But when she was out there, what was her perspective of like the environment over there?
And like, I've been hearing this from a lot of people that work as servers, that like it's kind of 50-50. So like, they let a lot of people go, but it's not that busy, you know what I mean? So you yourself still have about the same amount of work to do. Like, it's not, you know, as far as like workflow goes, like, it has been a huge difference.
Like, when I saw, because obviously you walk in, when I went that day, I didn't go to the tables or games, but I went straight to the room. But you can see at the tables and games to play the casino, they have like, everything's like sectioned off basically. Like, if you sit down, it's like this plastic thing around you and around the dealer. So like,
but every game is open, or is it like every other game?
I think every game what I saw was open, but you basically, when you sit down, you're like in your little box.
Yeah.
And you always have to wear your mask too, unless you're taking a drink or something.
I guess that's straight up until you gotta exchange
chips.
chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
No,
what are
yeah.
they doing
I
with the
don't know.
chips after
and what are they
they
doing with the
can't do?
girls that are getting paid off of doing massages?
I
That
didn't
can't
see
be a thing
nobody
anymore.
They're doing
doing that.
Is that still open
because they're
or
doing the
like?
massages in the rooms.
They do the massages with gloves on, guys. Come on, it's
In the rooms.
it's sanitary.
You know what's up at the Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock takes off his mask and his tootsies.
And it's who?
Tootsies.
Oh my god.
Tootsies.
But
Yeah, I'd feel too
But, I
paranoid
mean,
touching
so-
the chips. Everyone's touching them, right?
Yeah,
And they're
'cause
going
that's-
table to they're going
right.
to table to table.
but every table
It's
did
weird,
have
it's
like
like-
their own, how you call it, the
Hand
hand
sanitizer.
sanitizer and shits. But
I mean, I'm sure you could wear your gloves, so
Mhm.
you could be touching the chips wearing your own gloves.
yeah, but gloves, I don't even trust gloves anymore because that shit, you're touching it and you're still touching other things and it's just spreading.
If you don't trust gloves, who are you gonna trust?
I'd rather use
No,
hand
but
sanitizer.
you put your gloves so that when you take them off, you could touch your face. I'm assuming that when you're wearing your gloves, you're not touching shit that you were gonna touch after you
Yeah, but-
take off the gloves.
Like in the beginning of the pandemic, I was wearing gloves, but then I just had like my hand sanitizers, like the little bottle, like next to me the whole time.
So y'all just went to the Hard Rock just to stay in the room?
Yeah, because it was Olga's birthday, so we just celebrated.
Happy birthday, Olga.
Happy birthday, Olga. I think it was like a
If you're
week
still
ago, right?
watching,
Yeah, it was. It was a
Did
week
anyone
ago.
go and gamble?
I don't know. I didn't. Like, I don't know if they did because I didn't stay there. Olga stayed there. Whatever they did, they did. But
You,
yeah, the
you
gloves
guys were-
are helpful. Like when I go put gas, like if I go put gas, I put on a glove, do the pump, put in my pen, take off the glove, throw it away. Or if I'm at work,
No, yeah,
and
if you're
a customer is
if you're
trying to do
using a glove,
money exchange, use it for the money exchange, throw it away.
no, yeah, if
Like,
you're at least throwing it away. But there's people who literally like go to the
Reuse it.
supermarket, touch everything, and then go to the car, still have them on, and then go home, still have them on. So it's still all that. So that's what I mean in that sense. If you're at least throwing it off, like in gas stations, yeah, that's the best way. Like I always get like napkins out of my car and then use them there because you never know. But
yeah, like if I were to go to the Hard Rock and play, I would put on gloves as soon as I sit, and then as soon as I leave that table, just throw them away, just to like exchange the chips and shit. So I know that my dog was out there at the Hard Rock, and my dog to my left was out here in the streets.
I was right in the street, cardboard box, brand new, no creases.
You went to the theater, Cecilia?
Yes, I did.
Where did you? Which
Liddy.
theater? And what did you see?
First, I got no problem saying I went to Cinemark. Shout out to Cinemark.
Movie
Cinemark's
Club.
nice.
And I will say, I'll tell you guys right now, if I had to rate the experience from 1 to 10 on based on everything, how I felt, how the movie was, how the experience was, how safe I felt, I'll give it a 9.9 out of 10.
Hey.
Really?
The only time I ever felt like there was anything that could be a problem was when I first got there and I had to open the door. But as soon as you open the door, there's literally like a hand sanitizer, like just a giant one just right there. So as soon as you get in, you don't even talk to people first. The first thing you do is have the hand sanitizer right there. So you clean them.
What time did you go? And was it not busy? I guess, but like, was there like people out
It
there?
was a 7 p.m. showing, and in my own, like the theater that we were in, there were maybe like 5 people.
What day was it?
Well, what?
What day?
Cinemark. Oh,
What was yesterday? Friday?
Friday. Okay, Friday. So a busy day
Yeah.
too. Okay.
So yeah, so I walked in, and a lady, I guess she was the manager there. She goes, "Are you buying tickets or do you already have prepaid tickets?" I'm like, "Oh, prepaid." So she's like, "Oh, you could go straight over there." And I walk up to this person, and they're like in a huge glass, like not glass, but like plastic box, probably like this, and everything is cut off except a little like scanner thing. So you just go, show them the tickets, they print it out, they have gloves on and everything, and then they just slide it down, and then you get your tickets and you go.
I guess the only real thing for me would just be like what happens, like if you go to that theater and then I have a showing right after yours. Like how are the cleanliness are they doing like after a showing is. I guess it's like the only concern.
I'm not sure about. I mean, the way it looked, there was like hand sanitizer and there was wipe stations. Like you grab wipes and like we already wiped everything down. Like on the sign, that's what it says. But you can grab more and wipe it again if you want to, just to be safe. So and
I
when we were
think
in the theater,
the cleaning room people have to like wipe every seat down. Or the
yeah, I'm pretty sure they do because two things. When I was in the theater and we sat down, all the armrests were up already. So I guess I don't know what for, but literally every single armrest is up when you get there. So I guess it helps people like avoid touching it, like when they're just walking or something. And also while we were watching, I don't know if it was just the people that were behind us that were just like one of those people that get up and leave the theater and come back all the time, but I'm pretty sure it was employees. And I think they come and they check like every so often, make sure people aren't like too close or anything like that. Because there was people coming on both sides and it looked like employees. They had like hats on and everything, but I was trying to watch the movie and not watch them. And they would like come up, they would like look around, and then they would leave. And it was only like 10 of us, maybe less. So it was like 7, 8 of us total there. So it looked like they were.
Were they honoring the per seat? Like
what? There was nobody in front of us. Everybody that was there was behind us. But so next to us there was literally nobody in the whole row. And I don't know how they were doing up there behind us, but I think everybody behind us was together. But you never felt close. The distance in the seats feels like, at least from like the rows, you feel like you're extremely far, like you're good from contact from them.
What did you see?
I went to go watch Rocky, the classic.
It was the first
Yeah.
one.
I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Adrian, I did it.
That movie in the theater is even better. The montage,
Oh
I
my
can
god,
only
those workout
imagine, dog.
montages. Yeah, hell yeah. That's too
beautiful.
wait, how come you haven't been out there, Chris?
Because there's no theater by me that's even remotely close. I'm seeing Tenet on Monday, but I have to go to Connecticut,
60
which is
miles,
like
yeah.
60 miles away, dog. And that's like the first showing even close to me on the day it opens. Like
That's crazy.
nowhere even close to me an AMC is open or a Cinemark or anything. That's the closest shit that's next to me.
What
So
theater is that?
eventually, what happened?
What theater is that? This
It's a AMC. It's AMC, but it's in fucking Connecticut. So I got 2 of my boys and Manny. We're all going down there on Monday, and we're gonna go see it. I mean, it's only an hour drive, so it's nothing too bad, but it's still annoying that there's no theater next to me that I can just go and
so
watch
Jersey and New York, no theaters.
it. There's a couple theaters in New York, but the Connecticut one was closer than those
Really?
to me. Yeah. So it's unfortunately I can't go. I mean, I can, but if I really wanted to, like, I can't watch this movie twice. I usually do that all the time, and especially a movie like this, Tenet, which is definitely gonna be confusing as fuck. It's gonna be a pain to like really get in and wanting to go see it again, pretty much.
I think we're gonna try next week. I guess Cinemark is doing like a rent a room
That's fire.
situation. What is it? $100 per room?
Depending on the
It's
movie.
150.
Yeah, I guess because it's a new movie,
Tenet.
it's
The
150.
price went up.
No, but that's
Yeah,
That's still
when
cheap,
you
man.
guys showed me the prices, it was 150, I think.
for new movies. It's 150. For movies that we've already seen, it's 100.
That's kind of smart because if you said that, if Asier said that was only 5 people, but he went, that definitely doesn't equate to $150.
Well, the movie he went to see was a really old movie too. Like, it wasn't like a movie.
There was only 10 people that went to go see Rocky.
Yeah, I mean, and probably even less than that. But
Not even
I
surprised.
don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's. I mean, I have no feel on how many people are actually like going to the movies based off that my one experience, just because I think it might have been the first day that the theater was open. I'm not sure. It seemed like it.
No, I think it was open on Thursday. They had a showing.
I mean,
something.
I don't know. I don't recall, but it was pretty dead in there.
Because remember
they told us,
the something cents day or something. That's when it opened.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that was AMC, right?
Yeah, that's AMC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, low key, I feel like it's gonna be dead for a long time because I don't think there's a lot of people that are like us.
No, yeah.
Even within our crew,
Gonna have to
Yeah.
take.
I'm not
It's
even gonna go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
15.
have to take like like the Marvel movies coming back, like shit like that,
Yeah.
like shit that people really fucking like want to see. Not that Tenet isn't gonna be great.
No, yeah, and this
yeah.
is the first movie, like big movie that's coming out, you know. So
Yeah.
you don't expect everybody
It's
to
kind
be
of scary,
back
dog.
back like that. But I did see like they're doing commercials like, oh, let's go back to movies, and you see like
Mhm.
the people reviewing their experience, and like that was like a commercial on YouTube and stuff like that. You see, like they say like, oh, like how they felt and stuff like that. They do like
There's
a little
a
interview.
there's a new intro for the movies. If you
Already.
guys go to the
Really?
movies
Oh,
enough, you
no.
know the intros. Now
Really?
Cinemark has one talking
I'm
about like the
excited now.
masks and the
Please
wipe
put your mask
stations
on.
and sanitizer stuff like that. Yeah.
How
So,
Oh,
was
they,
like the lines for like getting food and stuff like that? Was it
well,
anything crazy
like
or
I said, the theater was pretty dead. They did tell
yeah?
us like if you're gonna pay with cash at all, you have to go all the way to the front, like where the manager
That's
was,
good though.
and
Yeah.
where I had to like show them my phone for the tickets. Like, oh, you got to pay up front over here if you're gonna pay with cash.
But for the food, like they were still selling food.
I mean, I saw people back there, but I didn't see. I think I might have seen two people in line, but other than that, it was pretty dead. I mean, the theater in general wasn't really.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's scary. This is gonna work like two things for the theater and then for the films. Like I said, it's gonna take a long time for theaters to get some type of return on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna have rooms open, they're gonna have
No, yeah, they're
electricity.
trying
It's not
everything.
gonna
Though.
equate into like what they have to pay. And then for the films, like you said, like how do you expect a movie like Quiet Place 2 or something to make its money back, or like any of those films to drop? It's like
Boy,
you're risking the shit out of it.
Tenet Tenet is projected to make like I think like 40 mil first week or something like that. They spent $200 million on that
Right.
movie, and I'm sure they'll get less than actually maybe not.
No, it already
still.
opened worldwide though. Like
Oh, that's
other
true.
other countries already opened.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
true.
anybody else talking about this movie besides us. Like, I'm
Well,
telling you.
for us because it's open in a different country, so like maybe the reviewers that like Chris Stuckman saw it already. He probably got like a screener or something like that. But I've heard only good things. I haven't seen any reviews or anything. But what I was gonna say is that when I went to go buy my tickets, that room was packed.
For real?
Oh,
Yeah.
you couldn't buy them. You couldn't buy them online.
Yeah, I bought them. No, I bought them online, but I'm saying like the room that we're gonna watch the movies in,
Oh, I see. Like it was
like
full of
it's still
people.
social
Yeah.
distance, but you can see that like
Damn.
people
Every
are
seat
out
was
there
taken for the
sure.
most part.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like when you
So-
click a seat, does it exit out the next seats?
You can choose 2 seats, and then it automatically exits out the next two
Two
seats.
to
next
the
to it.
right, two to the left.
There's no one. There's no one to like left of me. I think right now, and in front of me.
Yeah, I don't know, dog. Like, how does 40 million? You like you said, like spend 200 million. That's like, and that's 40 mil projected. Like, that's not even for sure.
But is
Yeah.
that with like the worldwide numbers? It made 40 million.
No, it's projected to make 40 million.
Oh, it's projected to make for. Oh yeah, but that's
Yeah.
a bad weekend though. Like,
Yeah, well, like John said in a podcast earlier in this, he was like, everything that's open or everyone that's open is taking it out right now.
No,
So
yeah, it's definitely a risk
you gotta expect it.
doing this. This is a test run basically. This is the
This is-
first blockbuster movie that's coming out.
This is way smarter than if they would have released it like on video on demand, like something like that. Someone would have got it streamed on a Fire Stick or something like that, and they would have made like almost
I
nothing.
still think that's gonna happen. I give it like 2 weeks.
It's gonna happen, but they wouldn't have made that 40 to 50 million that they're projecting, because people would have been streaming it off like the Fire Stick or something like that.
That's
Not
another thing.
buying it.
Like, if this movie is one of the more anticipated movies and is only gonna do 40, like imagine the other movies that are not even closely
People don't
anticipated.
even care
Well,
about,
it's
yeah.
40. It's 40. I think that's the projections for like the first weeks. But as long as it keeps going, it's not gonna make like much more. But it's still gonna take a tough loss. But it's gonna make more than 40 to 50.
Like, who's gonna make that decision? Like, to be like, fuck it, let's just release it and take it out. Like, I don't know.
I guess that's why it is releasing now. Like it's just a matter of trying to get it out there.
That's everyone, man.
I know, but this Tenet is less at risk because it's a more anticipated film. Every other film, other films are
still
really
takes a-
anticipating for this year.
It still takes a risk because the amount of
No,
money
sir,
they
I
spend
know,
on it.
that's what I'm saying. Like every other film that after Tenet, like I don't even see them saying like, "All right, we'll go next." unless it's like Fast 10 or some shit like that.
Yeah, like a
But
huge movie.
those are the movies that are coming out though, like the next
Yeah, there's a good lineup of
Black
movies
Widow
coming out.
movie, Wonder Woman. That's all coming out like next month and stuff, or the month after that. So like all those movies, Fast and Furious too.
We'll see if they drop them. If they don't, if they keep postponing stuff.
Yeah, but
I guess they're
to
gonna go
John,
based.
to John's
based-
point, like I feel like those movies, those like huge blockbuster movies that people have been waiting years to watch, are gonna be okay. But it's just like it's the other ones, man. Like the ones that it's just people rolling out the dice to see if they like them. Like
Right.
what's gonna happen with those movies? You know what I mean? Like
No,
And
yeah,
even Black
that's-
Widow, or I'm not gonna go watch the Black Widow movie.
Black
I don't
Widow,
really
I'm not.
care.
I'm gonna watch it, but I wasn't. The only reason I'm gonna watch it is because at this point I haven't seen any movie in forever. But I wasn't crazy excited for it.
Yeah, I'm watching it because of Florence Pugh. She's
I think the
fantastic.
movie looks really good. I like the guy Hopper that in Stranger Things. Yeah, he's in it too.
yeah.
I like it. His character seems cool.
Taskmaster's in it. That's probably the coolest thing about it.
What was the other movie? Fast and Furious releases this year.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
It was supposed to release already, but I think
Oh, that's what I was
the
gonna
whole
say.
thing that
The
happened.
new
The
X-Men
Mutants?
movie released, New Mutants or whatever.
Yeah.
Boy, that shit got ass review.
I haven't watched it, and I don't plan to.
Super bad review.
But
I mean, they weren't even sure like to release that movie because I
No.
remember the
Years.
trailer
Bro,
came out for a long time ago.
even when like before Disney bought Fox, like they were still not sure. They were like, I don't know if we should do this, blah blah blah. Like that. I don't know.
Bro, you
man.
can see that trailer. That shit was, to quote Joe Budden, a 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
I appreciate
Let's say it in
like
unison.
what they were trying to do.
Two-pack of
Ass.
Yeah, like I appreciate what they were trying to do, like making like a horror movie out of like superheroes.
That's a good idea,
but,
yeah.
yeah,
I
like the creative direction
horror
was,
movie?
it's supposed
Yeah,
to be.
it's
Yeah,
a
it's
horror
movie.
X-Men movie.
I didn't
That's the
know.
only reason I want to go see it.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
You
It just
already saw it.
didn't attract me.
No, I wanted to go see it, but then they were like, "Oh, Rocky comes out this day," and I was like, "Well, I can't pass up watching Rockies in the theaters."
You made the right decision.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but you made the right decision.
So I guess since we're staying within the realms of movies, transitioning to shows real quick. Literally yesterday, I saw like a trailer for a show on Hulu. I forget his name, but the guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the tall comedian.
Yeah.
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel.
Yeah, he's on a new show called The Binge. Have
Okay.
you guys seen the trailer?
No.
No.
All right, fool. I'm gonna ask you how do you feel about this. I'm gonna ask you guys how do you feel about the premise, and then I'm gonna ask you a second part to that. But so they definitely stole the idea of like purge, like once a year you get to do something. So in the show, once a year you get to basically use all your vices. So you get to drink unlimitedly, you get to do all the drugs that you want.
One day a year.
Yeah. So like I'm like really dog like they go flip it like this, and it's obviously like a comedic take on
Yeah.
it. But I think this is an interesting group to ask that question to, like, if that were to first of all, what do you think about the premise, and then if this were to be a real thing,
So it's like without
would
the
you
killing.
even take advantage?
Without the
No,
killing.
it's not even about the killer. This is if you want to drink all day and like nobody can stop you. If you want to
But
do coke and fucking heroin, nobody can stop you.
but you still feel the effects of everything you're doing.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That doesn't change anything for me then.
Well,
That's weird, man. Because I feel like
People
for
do
a
that now?
movie, yeah, for a movie,
it's a show. It's a show.
Oh, it's a show. Sorry, for
Yeah,
a
it's a
show
series.
Yeah,
that
multiples.
sounds pretty funny. Like I feel like with the right cast, the right people backing it, it could be funny. In
Yeah,
real
I
life,
feel like
I don't know.
I feel
if
like
would
that
do
gimmick would get old quick though.
Yeah, yeah. For
I can't watch
yeah,
a season of that.
I feel you on that though, low key. I feel like it could be funny for a little bit, and then I don't know. But
Like
in real life, I would not be about that though.
Yeah,
That's-
On a TV show, like the build up to the actual binge would be probably hilarious. Like people
Yeah.
setting up.
I'm
Right,
trying to
like,
see what would be worth it. Like what would be worth doing for one day that you can't like do. You know.
I don't think
I
it's
don't know
about the
about that.
worth. I think it's just the freedom too. You know what I'm saying? Like this is an interesting question because obviously some people in our group don't do anything, and some people in our group have vices, whether they drink or smoke, whatever. But so for me, like I take too much pride in like literally not doing anything, so I will stay within my realm of not doing anything.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna
wait.
do everything.
Nah, hell no.
That day.
But yeah, that's an interesting thing that you brought up. You said you would do it if you didn't feel the effects of it, or how were you trying to go with that?
I mean, because if you're feeling, I feel like people right now, if they wanted to do all these things all day, they could anyways. But I
They could go
mean,
to jail for it.
90% of those. I mean, but
Well,
people still do them anyways.
yeah.
But I say 90% of those things, you do them all day, you're gonna die.
Like this is literally
Oh.
if you could do a line of coke in front of a cop, he won't do anything.
Right.
Like that.
Well, so Jose's right, but low key, if you want to get into some political shit, then it kind of goes to the purge, right? So it's like the purge is you get to kill people, and then there's a whole conspiracy about you just trying to kill the poor people. So low key, how you said if you if you OD, overdose on anything, then you might kill yourself. So that could also probably be integrated into the show. That's probably the underlying thing that they're gonna go with.
What I can see, if in a real life situation, if all that is legal, then selling it probably is legal. They make some money like that.
But then wouldn't everything drop price wise because it'll be
I don't know.
available?
I'm trying to kill my business. I'm just trying to make a living.
So it's only drug related stuff? Like what else could there be?
I mean, I just saw a trailer and I just couldn't believe that this is gonna be a show for real. So I just
This
kind
is
of
on Hulu.
yeah.
Sounds about right.
'Cause
Nah,
I
I'm,
mean,
be
Hulu,
interesting.
let me respect Hulu. They got some shows.
Yeah, could be interesting.
I'm
Doing all
trying
the
to
things
find
that
out
you-
what else could there be that's not drug related. Like what?
I mean, I could definitely see a season if they're gonna do a season. If it's, it has to search it up and see if it's a show or a movie. I think it's a show. The Binge. I could definitely see the 2 to 3 episodes of the setup of how they're gonna get to making it legal, and then the fucking episode 3 to 6 is the acting of being in that realm, and then episode 6 to 10 is how the effect that it took on. But I definitely don't know how it would go past season 2. How do you take that storyline?
like
up a
the
notch, I
whole
guess.
season is just based off one day.
Right. Right.
All right. I mean,
It's a show.
yeah, it says set in a time where all drugs and alcohol are illegal. The only day anyone can participate in the fun is on binge day.
Oh, so it's only drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, and it shows kids.
Right.
I think this is set in a school, so maybe that
Oh,
adds
shit.
another element. I guess that makes it better.
Kids doing drugs. All right.
I mean, but that makes
Well,
more sense than adults because
yeah,
I feel
'cause
like
that
adults can do it
happens
anyways.
Yeah, but what
if
is
you're 21 or older,
what
you
is
can
this
drink.
guy's role in the show? The main
I
actor.
think,
Principal.
I think he's in the
Says he's a
school.
Principal Carlson.
So
Vince
like
Vaughn.
that day they're school, and then hella kids are just doing drugs.
I don't know. I
Wait,
it
you
says
said
the show
Vince
came out.
Vaughn? Vince Vaughn or
Was telling you
Jason,
where-
or Jason Segel?
The
No,
cast
but you're
says
saying if he's a
Vince Vaughn.
principal, I would only guess it's gonna have to be.
I think it's
school.
Vince Vaughn, Chris.
Okay. Oh, then I did see the trailer to this. He has a mustache.
I think
Vince
so.
Vaughn. I think I've seen
What'd
it.
you say, Jose?
I said if he's a principal, it's gonna have to deal school, school wise. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's set in a school
It
setting.
definitely looks like it's
He's gonna drink
15
and
to
smoke with his
19-year-olds.
experimenting
Right.
experimenting teens in high school and stuff. I guess it makes it okay.
Yeah.
That could be interesting in real life. It could be another holiday.
It has a
um,
4.6 on IMDb. So if anybody wants to check it out and let us know how they feel.
Like,
next
um,
week.
It already came out.
Yeah, it says it came out today. Today's
Oh,
28th.
Look at that.
people would,
Oh,
I think,
you
would
guys watching?
appreciate
It's
appreciate the drinks and the drugs more because it's only one day and they would have something to look forward to. And I guess it'd be a holiday like Christmas or something where people just really look forward to it and shit like that. And they'd appreciate it more because they
But
only
I
have
feel
it
like you're
that,
looking at it the celebratory and not the health.
I would hope. I would think it is.
aspects of it.
If you can only do it for one day,
Wow.
you would celebrate with drinks and drugs and all that.
No. You could drink and do drugs every day if you want. This is just the
Mhm.
one time that's just legally you could do it like you said, in front of a cop or something.
Mhm. Yeah, but
So
I'm
that's really-
talking about it. I'm talking about it if we did live in a world like that, where I can see a kind of an upside where people can do it that one day and then they appreciate it more, so they're more excited to go to that one day and they're not abusing it either. Like some people do abuse their drinking and abuse their smoking.
Oh,
or
sure.
whatever like
That's if you're living in real, you're gonna abuse it.
that. That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
But if
maybe
we're living
that's-
in that world,
That's the premise. Maybe that's the same as the purge. It'll start. Well, what they fed it people is people will start killing, so they get that urge out,
Mhm.
and then they wait till the actual purge day. So maybe this is like to like the same thing. People stop doing drugs and just wait for this day.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
Maybe they can control them more. I don't know.
But
I feel like the
in the
more I
purge, you
think
could kill
about,
somebody and just if you didn't get caught, you just didn't get caught.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I feel
I
like
don't
the
know.
more I
We're
think
just gonna
about the
find a way
concept,
to.
like the less I think it's gonna work. Like the more I go over it in my head, I'm like, I'm not watching this. There's no way.
Because like yeah, if it was like Chris, maybe how he would like if it's like nobody does drugs even behind the scenes like the
Yeah.
whole year, and then this is the day that you hold out to do it, then maybe I can
Yeah.
see a little bit more. But
At this point, what message are you sending?
What's the
Like
point?
that you can't wait to
Right.
be able to do drugs. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's crazy
That,
to me.
I want to
Like,
watch that one episode where they do end up drinking and doing all
Yeah.
the drugs. That should
I'll probably
be
watch
hilarious.
the one and then it'd be good. Like, I'm okay after
Damn, chill for. I just started thinking about like all the really bad parts of this.
that.
Like really
Little
bad.
kindergarten drinking a 40.
Well, that's or
Well,
people drugging other people and possibly raping and possibly killing.
I don't
and-
think it's gonna go that
Wow.
far. If it's supposed to be a
Oh,
comedy,
in the trailer, somebody
So-
Is this supposed to be a
somebody's out
comedy,
there
though?
knowing.
I'm looking at this description and it says 3 18-year-olds prepare for the one day where it's legal to drink and take drugs. So is it just 18-year-olds that are in the show like can do it? Is that the rule?
well, I guess since it's set in a
We
high
just saw one
school,
trailer.
since we're
There's
set
no
in a
rules.
high school,
Is that the rule?
no, yeah,
Yeah.
since it's set in a high school and then that's their one day to do it for free, they're gonna do it. So
That's what I'm saying. Like in the show, in the trailer, I saw two people drink, and then after they drink it, they're like, "Wait, you roofied my cup?" And then it's like, yeah, it's a funny moment in the way that they used it in context, but if you have dudes doing that shit to girls, and then that creates a whole
Boy, Rick Ross very closely got canceled for bragging about doing that. Like,
right.
yeah, I don't know.
So this took a turn real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless that'll be crazy low key if they actually do like season 1, like the funny side of it, and then season 2 the crazy side of it, like
Yeah.
the
I don't
realistic
think
side.
this
Maybe
show will
My
get a season
prediction-
two.
My prediction for season 2 was the last episode is they drink and they do all the drugs, and then they just find out that like they're having so much fun that they just keep it going and they just rebel against the system, and like I guess they got to try to contain these people from drinking
and make drugs
and
legal.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. Like just trying to contain them, but I doubt there's a season 2.
Yeah.
that's funny as shit. But is there any actually, Manny? I know that you've been putting on our crew into the show. What is it? Doom Patrol?
Doom Patrol, yes, Doom Patrol. So during my whole like COVID adventure, I guess,
Adventure.
like I've been binging hella fucking shit, and that was one of the shows I binged. And like, bro, I'm gonna say the same thing I told y'all, bro. I legit have that right now as like my number 2 favorite superhero show. Like
I was gonna say
ever.
that. Tell the
Yeah.
audience what the show is kind of about and like stuff like that. First.
Okay, so anybody that's familiar with like the X-Men were actually inspired by the Doom Patrol. Like the Doom Patrol comic came out and then they took inspiration from that to create the X-Men. So it's kind of the same in the sense that it's like, it's a group of people who have these powers that kind of make them freaks in the outside world, so they all go to one place where they can like basically live in peace or whatever.
And this is DC.
This is DC, yeah, this is DC. But this is weird because like Doom Patrol usually isn't part of like the regular DC canon, but in the show it is though. Like they talk about the Justice League and everything in the show.
And they have
But yeah,
Cyborg.
bro. And yeah, thank you, Jose. And they have Cyborg. But yeah, man, like the show, it's just basically like living out the lives of like these people that live with this guy Niles Calder, and just how everything plays out is insane, man. It is for anybody trying to watch. Like there are sad moments, there's funny moments. Like you get a lot of different type of emotions from this show. It does get hella weird. Like that, your weird meter is gonna get blown off the fucking charts
Like-
watching this.
Like Chris and Sanibel weird?
Yes, maybe worse.
In this
Like,
episode, we find out.
bro.
Oh, next episode.
Next episode. All right, guys, tune in next episode for the weirdness.
So Manny,
But,
so Mushu showed us the trailer yesterday,
yeah,
and I must say that the cinematography looked fucking great.
Yeah, and
And
it
we're talking
keeps
about
up.
DC.
Yes, and it keeps
Like,
up. Fam, not only we're talking about DC, we're talking about a DC show. Like, you know
right.
what I mean? Which is crazy. Yeah.
The cinematography looked great. I definitely want to get into it. I just don't have HBO Max, so I'm gonna have to finesse
But
it.
you know what we do have?
What do we
Chris.
have? Well, Chris, you have HBO Go. Do you have HBO Max?
Chris has everything.
I don't think Go even exists anymore. Does it?
I don't
No,
know.
Is that why every time I just try to sign in, this shit don't work?
it's HBO Max, not only.
But yeah, so I did. I think I would get around to it, but it looked pretty good. And then the who's the main dude? The guy from The Mummy.
Oh yes,
Brendan
Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser. Yo,
Yeah.
I think we spoke about this briefly when we did one of our movie videos, but like Brendan Fraser I have there's a lot of shit with him that I fuck with, so I like that he's in
Yeah,
this
like
shit.
he's not physically in it. He's the voice of the robot, but
Yeah.
He was physically in the trailer.
oh yeah, he
He's-
is sometimes because it shows like.
But they
his
do
past
show
life.
him though.
Yeah,
They do show
sometimes,
him like in flashbacks
yeah.
and stuff. Like you'll
Yeah,
see.
He was looking rough.
Nah, he got very old,
boy.
very big.
Hey, look at what happened to that guy. He went through it, man. Shout out to that guy.
I don't know what he wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know the backstory.
I don't want to get into this here, but he
Okay.
went through a lot of shit. Yeah.
Man, is this show
The real dude. The real dude.
Okay.
is this show better than The Boys?
See, my thing with The Boys, I do like it, but I like the concept of the show more than I like the actual show. You know what I mean? Like with this show, like I actually like the show. You know, like and The Boys is good. I like The Boys a lot, but like I think it's some of those finer points are better in this show for sure.
You guys all finished The Boys?
Yeah,
I
I think we all
I'm
watched
caught
it
up.
like the first week it came out.
Nah,
So
it took me a while.
so-
It took me a while to watch it, but I saw it.
Like it looked really well done. Like the characters, the effects look good. The villain looked kind of sus, the half and half. But I guess I have to watch the movie. I mean the series to really get into it.
Yeah.
Didn't
That's
that show
everybody's
get
been-
canceled?
What show?
Doom
The
Patrol? Am
Nah.
I?
I think they just got renewed.
In
I think
in
for
the
a season.
beginning,
Yeah.
it did
And,
get canceled, but it got renewed
Season 4, I think they got 3 right now.
for next season.
They have 3 seasons.
I think so. Yeah, I'll double check.
I thought they were still on one.
That's kind of crazy that we didn't really.
No, I
hear
think they
about it.
just got into a second season.
Nah, there's.
I remember
3
watching.
seasons.
I remember seeing Instagram ads for this show all the time.
Or actually, no. I think Jose might be right.
Yeah,
Really
because
quick.
this was the start of the first DC like streaming service. So this was with like Teen Titans streaming. It was like part of that thing. So like they were trying to.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons right
Yeah.
now. But that's why you haven't heard of it, Don, because it was like on the DC streaming service exclusively, and then now it's
Yeah.
on HBO Max and the DC thing. So
DC still has a streaming service.
I think. Do they really?
Yeah.
I thought they sold that to HBO Max.
Chris is like, I don't have that.
I don't want
think-
that.
I think DC
there's
in
a lot of
itself
good shit on there.
did something with HBO Max because isn't all their stuff on HBO
Yeah,
Max?
this is Warner
Nah.
Bros.
Not all of it, but a lot of DC shit
Mhm.
is on there. A lot of shit that like I haven't even watched in years. Like I saw on HBO Max, I was like, holy shit, that's
They
crazy.
just put the Nolan Batmans on there, so
I'm definitely down to watch Doom Patrol the way everybody's been talking about it. Especially Manny. Manny said the other day to me, or not to me, but to everybody in the chat that it's one of his favorite superhero, maybe his favorite superhero show. And he was fresh off of watching Watchmen. And I don't know if he just was in the moment. But if he says that show is better than Watchmen, then I have no choice but to watch Doom Patrol.
you think it's better than Daredevil?
No, I don't. That's kind of like why I
It's
said
a different show,
it's
though.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe 2 because I don't know if I can put it over Daredevil.
It's just
Daredevil's
different
fucking
style show though,
great.
Chris.
It is
not-
very different. Yeah,
It's not
facts.
like a super fighting show like that. It's not like that type of thing. But
I feel like
the
it
story is
focuses-
good.
Yeah, and it focuses more on the characters themselves.
Yeah, the
like,
characters, the
yeah.
humor they give and stuff like that. The girl, one of the girls, she's from Orange is the Black. She plays like a
Valid.
character
Oh,
that
she's so
that has
fine.
multiple personalities.
She is
We're all
so
kidding.
fine, bro. I would marry that woman, dog. She's too bad. She's too bad.
She's good.
With
I
all
didn't know
those multiple
she's a good
personalities?
actress like that.
And she's one of my favorite characters
Yeah.
on that dog. Like you gotta watch it, man.
You guys want to see a crazy tie-in? Manny choosing
Yeah.
a 10 in looks, 6 personality.
Wow.
Circle. Everything's connected.
Everything's connected.
Everything is something.
Everything is everything.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But
But yeah,
I'll have
definitely
my review
highly
next
recommended.
Next week.
I'll tell you guys. I'll be truthful. If that show is better than Watchmen, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it too. I'm gonna watch it too.
I got a question.
We may have an
So, so during this quarantine, I've been watching. I was on TikTok, right, and they had like a compilation.
This question
of, like,
started off bad.
No, because this is one of the parts of TikTok that I actually like, where some people put like their favorite, like their top 5 movies or like their top 5 cinematic shots or something like that. It was a list of top 5 like movies that make you feel like you're dreaming, and I was like, you know what, let me put one of these on. Like on the list was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. What's another one? I think Mr. Nobody was one of them. The movie I saw was Being John Malkovich, which was like, when I tell you that shit was actually like a fucking dream, it actually felt like you were dreaming because it was that wild. So my question is, what is like the craziest movie, like what like the craziest, like most complex or movies that you feel like you're dreaming, like you feel like it's so crazy that like a mother type, you know what I mean, John? Like you see it and you're just like, holy shit, like this doesn't feel real, or like the fact that I'm even seeing it just feels like a dream, some shit like that.
Well, I will put Inception up there.
Okay, that's a really
that whole movie is a dream shit.
I feel like that would. I wasn't gonna go with that because I feel like that was like the obvious answer. But for a 2-parter, like you said, because you said that you feel like in a dream or that you feel like it was complex. Like I'm gonna take Mother for the fucked up complex aspect of it, and I'm sure there's other movies that I could use as an example.
Yeah, there's
but
a lot of movies.
And I'm just gonna use Shape of Water for like a dream, for the dream part of it.
Because
the Shape of Water is like it could happen in our real world, but it had other elements of like fantasy or non-fiction or fiction, like character based. So I would go with like the Shape of Water for like the dream vibe, and Mother will just fuck your life up for the next 2 years of your life.
We need to have a whole podcast about Mother.
That's for another podcast.
I think I would go with Black Swan, another Aronofsky movie.
Yeah, that's really good too.
Knows how to make messed up movies. Yeah, throughout the whole movie, you just feel like, because the whole movie is based off her kind of losing her mind to her craft and going insane, and so the whole movie, like as it progresses, they start throwing more and more subtle things that she's kind of losing it, and it makes you feel like you had a double take in real life. Did I just see what I saw? So I would say that one makes me feel.
What about what about Requiem for a Dream?
No, we're not even gonna get it started with that. That is the most hysterical I've ever been by a movie. That movie literally made me want to go outside and just breathe some fresh air.
That's another movie that makes me feel like I'm dreaming. It's like it's so chaotic and like there's so much shit and so many fast transitions. It's just like, I feel like I'm fucking dreaming.
And then Chris, does it have to be a movie? Because you said Mr.
It could be a TV show. It could be anything that makes you feel like you're watching a dream. Yeah, that's the best way I could watch it.
Honestly, like I don't want to say this because you said it, but Mr. Robot made me feel like that, dog. It did. Like there was so much shit that happened that I was just like I was completely immersed by it, bro. Like it was so like as soon as you said that, I was like, nah, this ties into this perfectly. I gotta use this.
You guys have like, I feel like all 3 examples for dreams were like so negative. I'm like, yeah, Shape of Water. It's a beautiful.
No, but Mr. Water isn't negative. I mean, think of Mr.
Mr. Water.
Mr. Robot.
No, but it's definitely like a dark part of like society. Like
it is.
Yeah, for sure. But it does have that dream.
But Shape of Water kind of got me like that too. I'm surprised I liked that movie as much as I did, to be honest. But I definitely felt that with Shape of Water as well.
Yeah, that's like the first one that came to my mind.
A bunch of Stanley Kubrick's movies are like that.
That's another guy.
Yeah, we
2001.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah, for sure.
The Shining.
Can be
a couple times. There's a lot of.
I watched The Shining. I don't really feel like I'm dreaming.
There's a lot of moments.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Like, hold up. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing?
No, yeah, all those movies are psychological, like movies that make you think and shit like that. Like those type of genres.
Eyes Wide Shut definitely gave me that dream vibe, but The Shining, it just felt like another horror movie to me. I mean, there is imagery there that makes it feel, that could feel dreamy, but for the most part,
that movie, the whole movie is imagery.
Oh yeah, I've seen the documentary.
Crazy.
230. Yeah. So another movie that I think is dreamy like that is this movie right here. It's Interstellar. Just even the
Man,
thought
his
of it.
favorite
to watch
movie.
that movie seriously.
It is
Really?
not good.
Yeah, I've seen it once.
Oh my god, man!
And I was
I can't
distracted the
believe
whole time.
That movie
That's
goes
one of
to
my
shit in
favorite
the
movies,
third
though.
act. It goes to absolute garbage.
What do you
No, it
mean?
Yes,
doesn't.
it does.
That's crazy. That's preposterous. No, I mean, it's your opinion. We gotta
I heard it
respect
was
it.
a great movie, and I heard that they
It is.
actually had real scientific progression like
Yeah.
during film.
Until the third act, and
what
all
I'm
of it
saying,
went to
though.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just maybe I don't know if you were just it didn't catch you for as long. It is a long as fucking movie, so to keep somebody tied for that long is pretty
I
hard.
remember watching
John,
this movie
you would love
IMAX
it.
theaters. I was in there. That
Boy, your
was a
legs were
great movie.
asleep if you went to watch that movie in the theater.
I'm in an interesting place with Interstellar because I didn't see it until like the whole world has seen it was already like on DVD and like streaming and stuff. So I don't know if like subconsciously I had already gathered so much information and like I wasn't like out searching for like Interstellar reviews or anything like that, but maybe because people talk about it in like TV shows and on the side you hear your friends sometimes say stuff about it. And I don't know, subconsciously I got so much of it in my head already that when I was watching the movie, a lot of like the stuff that was supposed to like, oh wow, that's like shock you didn't shock me. And I felt a lot of it felt predictable. And I don't know if it was just because I knew like it's just lucky guess, like I guessed it coming, or because subconsciously I heard so many people talk about it and I knew stuff was coming and it kind of like took away from the experience.
To be honest,
for
dog,
me.
with me and Interstellar, it's like there's a bunch of stuff that's like really cool, like space stuff or like where they are and like some of the shots are really cool. The reason I love it so much is because like the way it makes you feel, like it gives you so many feelings, like emotional, happy, sad. It literally puts you through every mood throughout that movie, and like the feel and the score by Hans Zimmer is just like it's incredible. So like it's just like a whole experience when you watch the movie. So that's why I enjoy it so much. I go through so much watching one movie.
I feel like if you didn't choose to go watch it the first time, it is hard to convince a regular moviegoer to watch it because it's a long movie, and the regular moviegoer doesn't really care for the twists and the turns, I guess, like as much as we would.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
All right. I have a good question. Interesting. So based off how movies make you feel, what is the most memorable movie you've seen in the theater that you can remember? Like the best experience you've ever had watching a movie in a theater, and avoid the nasties. Because if you say you were 15 and you went to the movie, no one was in there, and we're gonna avoid that. Like watching the movie, the best experience you've had, including like crowd energy, all of it.
it had to be a Marvel movie. or because those movies are like the movies that like everybody's there and respects the genre and respects like they go
Yeah.
it's like almost like a cosplay. You have people that fucking dress up for it, and you're kind of rooting for the same characters, and so like if something happens, you're like, yeah, like the whole theater is like.
So yes, John, and to that point, like I don't know if this is gonna be my answer, but like when I saw Endgame and Cap spoilers just in case, even though
No,
kill your
no,
yeah. I want to be safe, but you know whatever.
Don't
If you
say
haven't
what
seen
you're
this
about to
by
say.
now, yeah, whatever.
Explain the whole movie.
But the scene when Cap picks up the hammer,
Yeah, that's the
literally the
same scene.
entire theater, like dog.
Yeah, if
It's
that
too
didn't
good.
happen in your theater, you gotta go.
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah, your
else.
theater was trash.
Yeah.
Your theater was fucking
Yeah,
trash.
those are the best moments, man. Where like everybody's like on the same frequency
dog.
like, in the theater.
It was
That's
either watching those or watching the second Paranormal Activity movie, because I remember like I went to go see that with Bo, P, Danny, and all them, and basically like we were in there and like the whole audience was kind of even though I barely ever jump during those movies, you know, I'm not trying to act tough, but it's just facts. But like the whole audience around us was like jumping and like cracking on the shit that was happening on the movie, so that was a really good experience too. But
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is like. Go ahead, Jose.
I'm saying once Cap went like that, and then you get the ding.
yeah.
Oh my god.
That
Boy.
shit.
This man gave us the demonstration. He gave us a
What
demonstration.
the hell is that?
That was perfect. So you can't
That's
avoid.
a chain.
Yeah.
That was exactly how I saw it in the movie. No different.
Jose's Captain America. Jose's Captain
Worthy.
America.
Imagine Jose showed up with that shit to the fucking fight.
And he won.
Oh,
No, yeah, once he did that energy in the movie theater, that's the most recent memorable movie experience I would say. That was what
Okay.
2 years ago.
Hold on, Chris, before you go. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Shit.
Yeah, 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
2019.
No, 2019. Yeah, 2019.
I got two of. Again, this is a question that was just asked, so we're all freestyling, obviously, because if we really think about it, I'm sure it would be other movies. But two movies that come to my mind. The first one is World War Z.
I remember watching that.
In that movie,
I've
if you
never
made
seen
a
that.
fucking
Man, he still hasn't
sound,
seen it.
you're like, yo, shut the fuck up. In the movie, obviously, well, in anything, zombies are just spoiler alert. Zombies are like just attentive to sound. So like, if your theater was in tune, like into the movie, then you kind of feel like you can't make a sound in real life or like whatever. So like, if you hear somebody cough, it throws you off because you're like, fam, they're gonna hear us. Like you need to relax. So like, I feel like World War Z definitely like made me feel like I was watching it, and I guess you could kind of apply that to A Quiet Place because it's kind of like the same premise of like just everybody has to be quiet. So I would say Quiet Place and like any Marvel movie or like the beginning Marvel movies.
All right, I'm gonna give you a quick two. I'm not gonna say Endgame because you guys, pretty much everyone has said it. So I'll give you another two. My first one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The ending of that movie with a big crowd, which I saw with the second time. I went with like the theater was sold out.
I'm so jealous. After I watched that movie, I'm so jealous I didn't watch it in theaters. Like I was like, damn,
the theater was sold out the second time I watched it because when we first saw it in Sanibel, it was only like 12 people in the theater.
Because it was
so
like
Everybody
wasn't it like a pre-screening that you went to or something?
No, it was.
No, we went to it. It's just we were like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was only like 15 people in there. But the second time I saw it was the full theater IMAX. That ending, I don't know one person that wasn't dying laughing or gasping for like 10 minutes straight. That's my first one. The second one is when I saw Dark Knight Rises in theaters, and when they said you should have used your real name, Robin, at the end to Justin Bieber.
Yo, that's a good pick though, dog.
Everyone went
yes.
like goosebumps. Everybody, dog. That shit was crazy. The air went out of the room. I was like, yo, that's Robin. What the fuck? That was lit.
All right, so everybody's doing a couple. I'll start with well, first. I think Infinity War got more of a reaction than Endgame, in my opinion. At least when I saw it, I think because of when Thor first lands, people lost their minds after he came back and he came down looking for Thanos, and at the end when he snaps and kills everybody, and the movie just ends. You felt the energy literally leave the. I've never felt something. Everyone felt like we all lost.
Yeah, like the hope was lost. Hope was lost.
I've never felt that defeated in my life.
Because they lost. The Avengers lost. That's what happens.
Yeah. But my number one, John mentioned it. My number one experience is watching A Quiet Place. I had an early screening pass, and I went with Nishali, and we drove down. What was it, like South Beach? That we had to go see it. We get in our seats, and in walks John Krasinski.
That's great.
Oh, that's right. You sent us the video
to talk to us about the movie.
Oh
like,
my
I put
God.
a lot of work into this. I'm very proud. You guys are the first people outside of one
Big
of the
Tuna
top film
my
festivals
Lord.
to see it. So I'm very proud to show you guys what I was able to make. And so we start the movie, and throughout the whole movie, everyone, you couldn't breathe. If you breathe, people were turning their heads. If you breath, And there was one scene, everyone was tense the whole time, and I guess somebody had a water bottle towards the front row. It fell over. Literally, every head in their seat turned to where that water bottle was, and then everybody started laughing.
And then kicked him out.
It was one of the funniest experiences. and probably the best experience I've had in a movie theater.
And then you
Definitely.
didn't know he was gonna be there, Asio, right?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's too good, man.
So we're just sitting there and
And the fact that like you're a big Office fan on top of that, bro,
Yeah,
like
it
that
was- it was
just
great.
icing on the cake.
It was great.
That was lit.
If I can find the video, maybe Jose will throw it in there, but we'll see. I don't know if I have it.
Tuna.
I have to have it somewhere, but we'll see.
I feel like I know you guys aren't big fans of the movie, but that same feeling that you said that like left the room when all the Avengers like all kind of got snapped away. I had the same feeling watching Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone. Like we all knew that she was gonna die. Like we all knew that was gonna happen. We were waiting for it.
Yeah.
But when it happened, the way it happened, and she like spoiler alert, cracked her head on the fucking pavement.
Yes. No, John, I'm gonna co-sign this. Yes, I'm co-signing this 100% because as soon as you said that, it took me back to when I was in that theater and I remember what that fucking ambiance was like, bro. And like as soon as she died, people I was with were crying, dog, and everybody was just like hella serious, bro. Like that.
And people were like, "Did she hit her head? Did she break her neck?" Because like the way it was kind of like shot,
she like whipped into the fucking into the concrete. Yeah.
I'm more shocked you guys actually went to go see it.
Yeah,
Nah,
I can't
of course.
remember.
First of all,
gonna
it's
miss
not
that.
You can't know if it's a bad or good movie until you see it.
Yeah,
first, so
word.
you gotta watch it.
And
So
it
you
looked
gotta
looked
watch
crazy
From
going
that
into
first
it.
one,
I remember seeing
I
it,
like the first one.
but I don't remember the theater. Like I remember the moment, but I can't remember.
Was good.
Boy, upset.
I want to be on the pod.
No, yeah, that I will never forget that feeling. It was the same feeling. Like my heart was like out of my fucking chest, and you knew it was coming,
Bro.
knew it was gonna happen.
You know what's crazy, dog? I think what really made it bad is that like they had so much chemistry, those two, dog. So
Mhm.
like, and after going through the whole first movie and then this, like it was.
I recently
was wild.
sent somebody two gifts back to back of that scene. Like I was able to get the gift where he goes like this, and then the second gift was when it attached to her,
Yeah.
and like the way that shit was shot was beautifully done. Like you see Spider-Man going through the fucking
Yeah.
buildings and everything's just
that is a
falling
good
on her.
scene.
Yeah,
I'll give him that. That was a good
Yeah,
scene.
the movie
Beautiful.
isn't great, but like that scene was like very well done, dog.
Jamie
Very
Foxx
well
was a
done.
fucking
Oh my god.
broke jam. Yeah, you see
He
that
ruined the movie.
scene. They should have just shown that scene and
He
you guys
ruined, yes, he ruined the movie. I will always say, I'm like, if that movie happened without Electro, it would have been fine.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
We would have gotten a third and a fourth.
All right, so transitioning from movies into music, of course, how we do in this podcast, every podcast. We could talk about a couple of things that's happened this week or in the last 2 weeks. First one is Wayne dropped the mixtape "No Ceilings" on streaming platforms.
Yeah.
They had me in the first half.
Yes, had us in the first half. Ain't gonna lie.
So
But-
tell us like what happened, Manny.
All right, so let me just start. For those of you who don't know, No Ceilings is heat. Like it is one of the greatest mixtapes.
100%.
I still will tell you. Anybody will tell you. It's one of the greatest mixtapes ever made. It's a really good mixtape. So when I saw that shit was available on iTunes, immediately I just fucking went crazy because I was like, holy shit! Like this is one of the dopest mixtapes. And I can have like some of the songs like on my playlist, and I can run it whenever I want, easy peasy, whatever. And then Sir Asio Javier very kindly pointed out
I
that
had to.
about and I appreciate you for doing that.
Half the
But
songs.
about like 10 of the best songs weren't on there. And like not only that, I was excited because he added the Kobe Bryant song on there until I played it and realized it's a different version and it's not as good. It's not as good as the original.
Supposedly,
one.
like redid it or something.
Yeah, dog. So I was just really it
So
was
basically, to our listeners and subscribers, like if you're not familiar, mixtapes back in the day used to be rappers rapping over other people's beats
yeah.
and that are already out. So technically, you're sampling a record if you choose to record on top of it. But because there were mixtapes in the past and you didn't sell them, it was okay. Like as long as you made no profit off of it, you can basically put it out and people can listen to it. And that's why you have now like that Piff. It's still available, so people you can still listen to records there. So I'm not gonna say I'm surprised. Like I'm for sure disappointed, but yeah, for Wayne to clear what 15 to 20 records,
Fam, it was because that mixtape was at least like 25 songs. That mixtape was hella long.
so I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
I'm surprised, but I definitely feel you on like expecting to
Yeah.
hear your favorite records.
And to be honest, dog, it's just that when I saw like No Ceilings available on Apple Music, like I didn't even think twice. I was just like, oh shit, we're fucking lit. Like I literally downloaded it before I actually like went and looked at this and at the song listing. Like it was, yeah.
this is gonna be
was
interesting because, well, one, this is definitely a rollout because Wayne,
Oh yeah, Carter
rumored
6.
announced for Carter 6
Yeah.
and No Ceilings 3 is coming soon. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I have seen artists. I'll say Chris Brown. Chris Brown's been fighting to get his mixtapes on streaming platforms as well. So I do think that there's going to be like a series of artists who are going to try to make that catalog available.
Yeah, and I know you don't fuck with Chance, but Chance did the same shit. Like he had like I think 2 or 3 of his
But
mixtapes.
those mixtapes, was he rapping on original beats or samples or like?
I believe it was both. I believe like some of them were his original songs, and then some was like sample from other shit.
You see,
Travis.
Mr. Chance finessing everybody once again. I don't
Travis has
sell my
been
music.
Travis has been trying to get Days Before Rodeo on Apple Music for some time. I mean, they're original songs, but well, a couple of the songs I've are sampled, but for the most part, original.
Speaking of Travis, and Chris brought him up, this man is doing a collaboration with McDonald's.
Really?
Saw that.
Yeah, what the fuck? Well, how is Travis getting all of these collaborations?
These
He
kids.
got a Fortnite
When you're hot,
collaboration.
you're hot.
It's the
No,
kids.
no,
man.
no. He got a
Man's on
Fortnite
a streak.
collaboration. He got a Nike SB Jordan collaboration, and now McDonald's. How do you even? Make
But
a
I think it's
McDonald's?
because people like his shit. I really think that. I don't think it's anything special because he's on it. You know what I mean? But people follow him, man. That's really what it is. Like,
The hype.
I would have gotten all of this hype 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, what has Travis been doing recently
I think it's
besides collabing?
I think it's the kids. To be honest, I think that transition to Fortnite made McDonald's like, oh, let's use him now that kids are
The
accessible.
funny thing
to-
is, when I saw that too, the McDonald's thing, and like one of the top comments, oh, that Fortnite guy. So they just know him as a
Right.
Fortnite
The
guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Fortnite
It's
guy.
not like Travis has been dropping crazy music or a lot of music, so it can't be on the musical level. And what are they gonna do? The McCactus?
The big cactus. That's nice.
Let me get the big
No, yeah,
Travis.
he's supposed to have
It's a
he's supposed
giant
to have
chicken
his
nugget with a bunch of
own
onions on the phone.
his home his
The
own,
McAstroworld?
the McAss for sure.
Oh my god.
Continue, Jose.
I'm trying to find a win. He's supposed to have his own like food or whatever named after him.
So he is having food named
Yeah,
after him?
it's an original food. I don't know what it's gonna be, like a burger or
It's
something.
gotta be the most crazy.
And
The original food. What
yeah, like
hasn't been made?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
What
I'm
is
sure it's
McDonald's
just
gonna
like
do?
a new dish or
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
gonna be
Fucking
like
chicken in a burger?
a
a
new
cheeseburger.
burger
Yeah, word. A cheeseburger with chicken.
with his name on it or something. But he's also, I think
Oh,
they said like
shit.
either toys or some collectible
That'd be
thing
interesting.
too.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
but
sell
kids
like
don't want like a 5-year-old doesn't want a Travis Scott.
oh well with
No.
the Happy
Fortnite, they
Meal.
might.
Yeah, with the Happy Meal, you get a little radio box that goes, "It's lit."
Yeah,
That's
and
smart.
then it sells on StockX for like $1,000.
Yeah.
That's smart. A Travis toy or something?
Oh, Lord.
I didn't think of that. That's pretty smart.
I'm surprised that McDonald's never does this. Like, what was the last time you heard of McDonald's? doing
Yeah,
a
with a
collaboration?
with a person. Yeah,
With
like they'll do
anything.
like no, they'll do like
Disney,
or
Nickelodeon.
X-Men. Like they do stuff like that. But like with an artist, like I've
Yeah,
never
that's
seen.
the first.
I don't think
was
so.
it a rumor or is this true that the Big Mac was named after Biggie?
I don't
No,
know.
I didn't.
I only saw that in Notorious, and I never cared to really.
If
I
it's
don't
true,
know.
then that would be the last time they did it with an artist, I guess. But yeah, like, I mean, the jokes have to go because what, like, for real, what are you gonna call it? The McNasty, McTravis, the McCactus.
Mexico mode.
Well, I think whatever it is, it's a
Mexican.
limited time thing. It's not gonna stay there forever. It's like
They're
a
probably gonna do
limited
like
time.
what do you call it? Like those loaded fries, and then they're gonna call it like the McCheeks or some bullshit. Well, they're definitely just gonna like. That's gonna be interesting though.
I think he just markets himself very well. Or his marketing team,
No, yeah, his team is figuring it out.
they just know how to stay on top.
And,
Travis's
and
name is
people
always
go,
relevant.
People go crazy for his shit too.
Travis's name is always relevant. Right now, I think he's like to like the millennials or like kids or like guys, people my age, towards my age.
Yeah, like
I think he's
12
like
years
the
old.
top artist and like for rap and
We got
hip hop,
Dota.
I guess. Like something like that, or just pop. You know what I mean? I think
I
he's
know,
like
but
the
again,
face of
like
it
he
right
hasn't
now.
done anything recently that's not a collaboration that I feel like would keep him that high. But let me, and another side, I do think it's fucking amazing that he's pulling this off because
Mhm.
to make a deal with one person is already hard, and to not stay exclusively to that and be able to branch out into other brands is fucking great.
And he did that
So,
Reese's shit. I forgot he did that. The
oh
Reese's
shit,
Oh
Pieces.
yeah,
and
The
the
Reese's
fucking
I got
Pieces.
one
cereal,
of the
yeah.
box too.
This guy's killing it. We gotta figure this shit out, guys.
No, yeah, his whatever his team is doing, because I'm sure he's getting royalties. I'm sure he's getting a fat percentage of sales, and
He's branching
I
out
don't know
everywhere.
that is
How do we
crazy.
get Reese's P.O.D?
But yeah, I thought that was funny. But good job because McDonald's is like a household name, so whatever he's gonna do with them, he'll be straight. Um, and I guess moving on to not so straight music, we're gonna go into Pharrell and Jay Z. Pharrell and Jay Z dropped a record like what, a week ago, a week and a half.
The
Um,
same day,
of
Nas.
course, yeah, of course, on the same release date as Nas. Nas here, my dog keeps getting tried. But it's not Jay Z's record. Well, Jay Z's in it. And
He
it's
said,
no
"We're putting it
coincidence.
out this day. I'll get on it."
Right.
Only-
I only heard the record once. I'm
You
not a
already gotta hear it
fan,
once.
but I did hear that the video kind of ties it in. Like it kind of like it's one of those things that you have to
Yeah.
watch with the video. I haven't seen it, so I guess I'll give that a try. But did you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it the day it came out. This is crazy, dog, because like these are literally like it's my favorite rapper, my favorite producer. So when I heard that they were working together, instantly I was sold. I was like, "Are you serious? What the fuck? I'm game." Like whatever. I literally like I think I heard about it Monday, and I thought about it like every day until it fucking came out. You know what I mean? So it was I was hyped for it. And then when I heard it, bro, like I don't know, man. Like I can always appreciate like I listen to a lot of conscious rap, so I can always appreciate you trying to give me a message. But it's how you do it that really
Right,
like
right.
like tells you if you did a good job or not.
Mm.
And just like from the beat not even being anything crazy that I haven't heard Pharrell do 1,000 times better before, to like him like whispering in his
Oh yeah,
verses
that whole
like
whisper
that,
shit.
yeah, that threw
But
me
no.
off. And like Jay-Z's verse, for what it was good, but you're talking about like it was number
But he
one.
does sound awkward on it.
Yeah,
Like,
sounds yes, sounds awkward on it, and not only that, it's not even like long enough for me to even be like, damn, this song, I'll listen to this for at least this verse. You know what I mean? It's
right,
kind of
right.
whatever. So I'm gonna give. Let's look at the judges. All right, we got a two, and a two. So I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. And it's not even because the song is that bad. It's not. It's more because with these two guys, like, come on, y'all could have
You
done so much
expected
better with
more.
this.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
So when I think of those two things, I'm sorry, I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
Just
Yeah, so
hella
it's definitely
disappointing.
not the content or the message. It's just
Yeah.
the way it was packaged, I guess.
Yeah. And I said,
Yeah,
if you
I
haven't
pretty
heard
much
it,
agree with
don't
Manny.
I'm not.
because that whisper
I
shit
have-
is heavy.
Well, yeah, I haven't heard anything good about the song. So I have no reason to listen to it. I'm not even a big, unless it's somebody I love, and there's maybe like, not even, there's maybe only one person that I would listen to, just if they're dropping like singles that I would listen to the second it comes out, and that'd be Gambino. But other than that, I'm not really listening. Like if someone puts out an album, I'll go check that out. But if you're just putting out a regular song, I don't really care to listen to it too much, because if it's gonna be on the album, then I'll hear it when it's on the album, unless it's something like
So,
crazy and everyone just like
yeah,
puts it
I'm
out,
about to
and
say, if
I can't
Kendrick
avoid
dropped
listening
a
to it.
single, you want to listen?
Not even. I'm not. If Kendrick dropped a single, maybe now because he's been gone so long. But even back then, like when he dropped the Heart, I still haven't heard the Heart Part 4 or any of them. If there's
Such a
more,
good song.
yeah. But that's the thing. Like I'm not like a big like single song.
No, I feel
person.
you. I don't
You get
care
more excited
for
for projects.
Yeah, but it's also kind of hard to avoid a Kendrick single. It's gonna be on the
No, that's the
NBA
thing,
2K
like-
game. It's gonna be like all over.
Like
the
I
place.
won't go searching it out, but if it happens to play around me, then I'll hear it. And if I like it, then I like it. But I'm not gonna like go out of my way. So I definitely haven't heard this song because I haven't looked it up, and I haven't heard it played anywhere because apparently nobody likes it. Everybody thinks it's
Yeah, I just gotta watch the
Pretty
visual,
bad.
see if it.
I'm
ties in.
gonna agree with Manny. It's just so disappointing, dude, because like you got Pharrell Williams, you got Jay-Z, who can make a fucking classic song.
They've made multiple hits
They've made
together.
multiple classic songs. Exactly. and like they know they can create something that's really good and give to us and we'll love it. But like I felt like they were just like, yo, let's try a different direction. Or not even because Pharrell was whispered on songs before. It's just like they knew this was something completely different, and like it was completely up to us to interpret. I don't think they released a song knowing it's like, oh, this is gonna be a classic, it's gonna blow up. It's like
No.
let's just see.
I'm not
When they could have done that.
And let's just see how much we could bother Nas.
I'm not even gonna say that I'm disappointed or anything because we didn't know about the record till like a week before or like a couple of days before. You know what I'm saying? So like, they didn't give us enough time to really be like. Well, I guess for Manny, it did.
You can still be disappointed though. You hear a song you don't like it, you can be disappointed.
Yeah, but once you kind of put together that it's like on Nas's date, then you kind of that already seems like they're forcing it. So when you're forcing something, I already know you didn't really spend as much time as you could have working on it. What are you gonna say, Jose?
Well, like when I first saw, like I think I saw it somewhere like, oh, Pharrell and Jay-Z. I'm like, damn, I haven't heard them in a while. First clicked on it, and then as soon as it just started hella left field for me. Like, I don't know. I get the whole message thing too, but I feel like it's just
Jay-Z gave you a million messages on 444, and it came out a lot better than that. So you know what I mean.
I expected more, and then I didn't get what I wanted. I guess.
I'll be honest with you. I was so annoyed by the song. I didn't really get the message. I think I gotta go back to it. You guys keep talking about this message.
I guess if you do go back to it, try to find the video because everybody keeps saying it makes it better. So I gotta watch it myself. Moving on, Nas did drop an album last week, and I remember Manny and I spoke about it like really briefly. We've only heard like 1 or 3 records, I guess, and we weren't really feeling it. If I can remember correctly. I will say that I am further down now into the album, like maybe 7 songs in, and it does get better. It does get a lot better. I guess I just have to actually finish it and then re-listen to it like for real, nonstop. Mm-hmm. But I think it is already one of the better albums from Nas as of late. You know what I'm saying? Like if you pick the last 2 or 3 Nas records, this is probably the best one as of recently. So yeah, I guess Manny, I would say definitely give it a try.
I would agree with that too.
I'll check it out.
I listened to it one time, I think, probably like a couple days ago. From what I heard, it was alright. Definitely better than what he's been dropping before. And it's because did Hit Boy produce the whole thing?
So Hit Boy produced the whole thing, and he's getting a lot of praise because a lot of hip hop heads like love this album. And all that stigma of the Nas doesn't know how to pick beats kind of left the window with this one. Like, Hit Boy definitely sat down and produced as far as like made the beat, but also produced as far as like structuring the album with Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was very vocal in like how things should get done, and then Nas just kind of carried his lyricism as he does like in pretty much anything he works on. So I would definitely say shout out to Hit Boy because he's been working heavy, and I think he did a lot of records with Big Sean too, like on his up and coming album.
Yeah,
I'm hyped for that.
He's been working.
Same. Detroit too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that we're here, let's have an honest conversation because I didn't even think we were going to talk about this. The same expectations we have for Drake, or do we have the same energy for Big Sean for his next album?
No.
What do you mean by that? Yeah, rephrase that question. Like,
Big Sean is due for a fucking good album.
Oh yes, yes.
Like.
And that, yes, good album. I agree. Yes,
damn near a classic album.
And he's been due. He's been due, bro. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Because to me, his first album, what is it, Finally Famous 3?
Yeah,
it was cool. Didn't really age well. Anything after that, I didn't even like. And then what people like Dark Side Paradise.
I really like that album.
Care like for 4 of those songs.
Yeah, same. Like there's a couple of songs off that album I like, but as a whole, I'm kind of.
I also really like I Decided. His project that I think 2007.
I fucked with that one too, but even that one wasn't like a
no, it wasn't a classic by any means. It wasn't a classic by any means, but it was a good album.
But I did fuck with it. Yeah, I feel you.
I think this one he's gonna get more personal than what I've been hearing. Like I think the latest song, he talked about the Kendrick shit, the beef he had
Mhm.
with him, and he also talked about his depression and suicide and stuff like that he's never
Man, that was a good
talked about
song. That
before.
was a really good song. Shout out
That's
to
the one with
IP
Nipsey.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nipsey came in hot on that record, boy.
Yeah, he did.
But I feel like we have to keep the same energy because Big Sean, although he has been gone for a while, he is considered top 5 of like the Coles, the Drakes, the Kendricks, the Big
To
Sean's.
be
or
honest,
whatever.
bro, like people kind of like dismissed him because he wasn't really putting out work like that. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like had he kept up consistently with his albums, like he would have been right there in that conversation with those guys.
And I don't even want to say albums because I feel like he's not even consistent with his albums. I guess it just features or just being
Yeah.
out and about. But I'm not gonna lie, the same expectations I have for like a Drake classic or like a really good album, I feel the same thing about Big Sean because you said this is Detroit too. That's what he's titling it.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes it even worse for me because Detroit, the
It's fire.
mixtape,
Yes.
is the best body of work in my opinion that Big Sean's ever released, like as a whole. And that should have been a freaking album. I don't know why it wasn't an album. So Detroit was to me a classic tape. So now you're naming this Detroit 2, you kind of have to like live to that expectation.
Yeah, I think it will because from he was on the Nas album. He was there. I think he did a good job in that song too. The Nipsey Hussle one too. The
That's the
two.
thing. We know he could rap. It's not that, right? It's just like putting a project that feels
Together.
cohesive. I freaking hate that word, but it's always like, the whole project.
Genuine, yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, like, we talk about Kendrick, we talk about Cole, like, these people could do it. They do it all the time. Like, why is it hard for Sean to, like, really sit there and,
And
like,
bro, I think what like surprises me the most about that is like the team he was around, bro. Like he was around a lot of good people for a long time. So like the fact it's just crazy to me that he wasn't able to put something out like that's real good product, you know?
right.
I guess he was always like tied into either being how do you call it, like because the
Prodigy.
Finally Famous, that was like his first album that he did, like it was more commercialized and stuff like that. So maybe he's like in between like those two worlds, trying to be commercial.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't be considered top 5 if you can't have that balance because everybody else in that 5 can balance that commercial mainstreamness and then the conscious rap at the same time.
Cause like I remember every album he has dropped, like it's had those big.
Oh yeah, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
and shit
those
like
big
that.
moments,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
hits like
Bounce
that.
back. Yeah.
To answer your question, John, I'm not expecting that same expectation where he needs to drop a classic or this needs to be an unbelievable album. Obviously, we all want a great album from Big Sean, but I think Drake has way more pressure on him because he is
The
what
face.
the face. He is what people talk. People aren't going to talk about a Big Sean album for months to come, and it's not going to be the album of the summer. Drake puts out something that's the expectation. Like
You're not
that,
wrong. You're right. But I feel like that's an unfair advantage that Big Sean gets because he's been so bad for so long.
I don't think
I wouldn't
can't
say
have you-
bad. Though.
Yeah,
Bad's a strong word.
I
Dude,
don't think
I'd
Sean
never go
bad.
back to any of his albums. Not one album of my like. Even I just said Dark Paradise is like 4 records maybe. Like Big Sean, you considered a top 5 rapper of that generation, and you can't do a good album. You're not even giving me a 50%. Like I don't even like half the songs that are on the album. So
You mainly go back to
you
singles,
can't be
not his
considered
albums.
top 5. Right, you can't be considered top
What'd you
5
say,
and
Jose?
not produce.
That with Big Sean is look like you mainly go back to his big
true.
singles and not his
Yeah.
albums in general.
I definitely don't.
as far as like the pressure goes, like to both guys, I think it's just kind of different types of pressure. So like for Drake, it's like the pressure to show that you're not just hype, you can put like a really good body of work together, that you deserve all the shit that you're getting, blah blah. And then on the opposite end for Big Sean, it's like the pressure to like let these guys know, like, look, I'm capable of this. I know I haven't done it before, but I should be respected like these other guys, so on and so forth. Like it's just again on a different scale because Drake is like fucking Drake, you know what I mean? So
But I think Big Sean knows that. Like he knows that he does get a lot of hate for not being as big as he could be. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and I think he knows
what-
that he might maybe trying to prove himself with this album. I don't know.
Well, maybe I just see it different because I have enjoyed Big Sean's previous work, like I Decided or Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah, but you
or
could
haven't as
enjoy
much.
that. But
Yeah, you can enjoy it, but you never.
when's
talk
the last
about
time you
when
went
we're
to
talking
an album?
To an album. It's been a while. I don't think I've gone back to I decided this year. But when
The
the
reason why
time
I don't want to be insensitive is because I know that Sean had a hiatus for a like there was a reason for it. Like he went through a lot of serious shit, so you kind of have to have that, understanding. But before that, when you were dropping music, and if that wasn't the case, then what was the excuse then? So it's like that's what I'm having trouble figuring out. We know you can create a hit because you do it every album. Every album comes out with a good record. We know you can rap, so we can expect the substance and the well put together records or whatever. But why isn't it translating to 13 records? Like, why can't all 13 be good? Or like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. And especially to be held at that standard of like a top 5 for the generation.
I
It's
think
like,
he's always like held himself back though, because he's had all those. Like he's had Kendrick over him. He's had Drake. He's had Kanye. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like he holds himself back, maybe on purpose. I don't know what it is, but
that's interesting, John. I don't think I've ever held them that high in regards to like top 5 of our generation. I don't think
he
I've ever
was, though,
put Big
'cause
Sean
look,
in.
I feel like he
But
has the potential
well,
to
maybe
be.
you were
but
too
he
young
doesn't.
because no, that's Dunzo. Because I don't know if you were too young, Chris, but Big Sean was top 3, and him and Cole at one point it was like side A, side B, and Drake was even. People were pointing out that Drake was stealing Big Sean's flow, so he
No,
kind
no,
of
no, no,
set a
no.
standard.
Yeah, I
That,
remember. I
but
remember this.
that's a
Oh,
fact.
flow.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
Right.
Like he definitely was stealing Big Sean's
So
flow.
he
But
brought
continue.
something to the game that wasn't there before. So he was. It's weird to hear now because he's been gone, or like because he's not as consistent. But he was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because we were all behind him. Like I don't think
So,
anybody doesn't dislike Big Sean.
so John, just to kind of to focus a little bit on like why he kind of fell off. Like there was an interview I was watching with Big Sean where he brought that up, how like, yo, like I came up with this flow, and then like basically Drake on that song for the LeBron movie like did the same exact flow. So then when they heard me, like they thought I was just doing that shit. You know what I mean? And that kind of like kind of deflated his his rise a little bit. Like I see what's coming up. That was
Fucking
coming from him.
Drake.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And then there was like the whole thing with the control verse with Kendrick and Big Sean on
That's
the
a
same record,
fire
and then
verse.
people thought that Kendrick killed Sean on his own shit, and then that spiked a non-realistic beef because the media made it seem like they were like doing the media shit. But I'm not even speaking on that behalf. I just want I just wanted Detroit 2. I wanted Detroit 2 that's gonna be as good as Detroit 1. Like that's really it. Like if you guys haven't heard Detroit out there, go listen to it. In my opinion, it's the best body of work that Big Sean's put out. And now, I mean,
When is this coming
you have
out?
a lot of shit to talk about. You've had the time. I don't know. I feel like it's soon though.
September 4th.
So
Oh
Yeah,
shit, that
so
comes
like
out
the
next
Detroit
week.
2 is supposed to come out September 4th.
This week,
Coming up real quick.
Friday.
No single, right? He hasn't done. Oh no, he did the Nipsey Hussle single.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
we
mean,
won't
like
be
everything I'm
mainstream
saying
this
is
Friday.
Yeah, everything I'm saying is because I respect and would like Big Sean to stay at being looked at that standard. You know what I'm saying? It's not a slight to, that he shouldn't be looked at into that top 5. He should. I just want his catalog to back that up for him because he needs and deserves a fucking good album, dog. Like Dark Paradise is probably the one that you go back to, and that wasn't even a great album. It was just
and whenever you get into these conversations like about like rappers albums and so on, like he's somebody that never enters that, dog, because it's like you said, like his best body of work is his mixtape Detroit. So it's like, does he has obviously other mixtapes besides that, right?
I think
He
he.
did.
I don't think so.
Finally
No,
Famous 1, Finally Famous 2.
He did like
yeah.
a collab mixtape
Yes,
thing.
sir.
That was
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you guys are talking about after he got famous, but before he was famous,
Oh,
like
before.
when he got signed to Good Music, Yeah. Before Finally Famous 3, which was the album, his first debut, he had Finally Famous 1, Finally Famous 2. Those were all mixtapes, and they were all fire. They were all what's his name? Producer. No ID produced, co-signed.
Oh
Like
shit! No way.
he was
Damn.
snapping.
Damn.
Yeah, he was snapping before like his actual debut.
Mhm.
So he's capable. Just we gotta get that product. I want to bring this up real quick, and I guess Jose could put his cape on, but we're gonna be. This is really gonna be short because I just got to bring it up because I just noticed it. What's going on with the weekend, dog? I feel like this man is dropping so much content, and I feel like nobody cares. What's happening?
I don't think nobody.
I feel
cares.
bad. Like,
I feel you, John. I've been
like,
peeping that.
nobody's talking. Nobody's like,
I might be a little lost here because I didn't know the weekend dropped anything.
fam, this
No,
man
he's
is
just
dropping
dropping.
visuals,
Yeah, he's dropping a
animations,
bunch of visuals.
Like
back to,
like
and it
music
doesn't look
though.
bad. Yeah.
It's like visual
It's
music
mostly
videos to
visual
his.
stuff, like
It's like
cartoon
animation and stuff like
animated
that.
stuff.
Right.
But I
I
don't.
can't speak for the world, but like me
Yeah.
personally, unless it's like new kind of like what Asiel was saying, like unless it's like new songs or songs that are gonna be on an album, like I don't think I
Well,
would
that's the
go
thing.
check it out.
Did it come out this year, Jose? His album?
Yeah, they come
Yeah,
out
come
this
on,
year.
there.
Yeah, he dropped an album, and this
Yeah.
is like what he all the videos that I guess he's making video content for it now.
Yeah.
But I felt like it fell in a weird. I could just be talking shit for me because
No.
this is how I feel.
Yeah.
But I see him like working hard. I see him dropping visual after visual to a different song, and I don't know anybody who cares or has been talking about it. And that's not
I
saying
feel
that
you.
it's bad. I'm just saying that I feel like nobody's like really. I don't know what the wording is. Not giving it a shot, but like just not really like.
They're being
I don't know.
dismissive, kind of like.
Maybe just maybe he's putting these because it's the songs that was on his album this
I
year,
believe
right?
so.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to get those streams up before they start
Well,
looking for Grammy season and
the
shit like
streams are
that.
up. Like he,
Yeah, I'm sure they're up, but
This-
you can always get more streams.
this album did its thing, but like John said, like there is, I just feel like it's a different maybe audience than what he is used to or what he's perceived, because like he still gets his plays and stuff like that, but it is a different feeling of an album, and it's a different style that he's going through. Wow.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
the
late.
thing. It's not. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not that it's bad, and it's not that it's a purpose. Like how Chris is saying, like he's trying to do. I don't care. It's not. I don't think that he's trying to do something. I just think that whatever's dropping is just not really connecting. Like I guess what Jose's saying, like with the audience that's seeing him. Because I even when I go through the timeline and I'm seeing it, I was like, oh, another new video. I'm like, damn, he just dropped another video. And then I just like, all right, swipe up.
No,
I
yeah,
guess.
like for me, I'm not that excited. Like I'm the biggest Weeknd fan here, but like I'm
Right.
not as excited as I was like before and stuff. Like it's just like he comes out with these stuff. Like okay, he did it. Let me take a look, and that's it. It's not like something I would go back like that, but I do feel it's,
So let me
kind of like a
ask you something,
disconnect
man.
thing.
Because I think I just figured out why for me it feels that way, and then I guess I'll ask you because I know you're more connected to it. So I heard the album, but not really. Like I heard like most songs, and then I kind of like left it. I was like, this is cool, and then never heard it again. So I guess that's why I don't really care to watch the visual to something because I don't even care to hear the record. So with you though, that you did hear the album, how did it grow for you? Like looking back now, and do you care as much for those records as maybe you did in the beginning? I guess.
For this album,
Yeah, because that's what he's doing. He's dropping visuals for
Mhm.
this album.
I feel like it does all for this album specifically. All the visual stuff he is dropping, like it has all connected to like his style that he's trying to go with, like the whole Las Vegas thing, and like with the red suit on and stuff like that, and the hair and the glasses. He's been doing that since day one, since he started that whole like music video stuff. So he's going with like that vibes, and I guess since I think the pandemic thing definitely like switched what he was gonna do, cause like you could see like before the pandemic he did I think 2 music videos that he shot, and when the pandemic did start, he looked another way and did like, oh, I'm just gonna do visual of cartoon 3D models and stuff like that, and then he even did a whole deal with TikTok of like it was a first visual experience music video on TikTok, where basically it was like a 10-minute visual of a 3D of his whole album basically. So that's what they did with that. So like I guess he's doing that.
I'm saying though, like, I'm saying you personally, have you be real? Have you gone back to the album as much as you thought you were going to, or less than what you thought? And how did the songs grow for you over time?
For me, for that album, I listened to I still listen to a couple of songs. I don't listen to the album from beginning to end, but I have like my 5 songs that I still listen to like every week, I guess, because I have it like in a rotation of a playlist I listen to. But like the whole album as a whole, I haven't listened to it since probably like it came out.
So I guess that's the answer right there. That was just like the whole thing just didn't really click with the audience like that.
No, yeah, like from the beginning, it's definitely the most different album that he has ever done. Like it's just a whole. It's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's his greatest thing that he's ever done. But it's to a person that if you're a real fan of him, you're gonna enjoy it. But I would enjoy his other projects more than this though.
Yeah, it's just something I noticed that I just thought I brought up because I'm like, yo, this man's working.
No, yeah,
I hear
see that
nobody
too.
talking about it. Like any podcast I watch or any music related shows, I don't hear nobody talking about it.
What? Speaking about ass, OnlyFans, Bella Thorne.
What's it got? An OnlyFans.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, if y'all heard or don't know who Bella Thorne is, she is the
Disney.
Disney Channel star.
Be making them over.
Turned OnlyFans star.
Turned OnlyFans. Hey, that rhymes. Disney Channel star
Just
turned
so-
OnlyFans star. So yes, let's get into this topic because it's one of the hot topics of this week.
She broke the record, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
she
like
broke hella records. So Bella Thorne started OnlyFans last week and was charging $20 per person, well, per subscriber, whatever, to go into her page, and she gained
That's
$1
not bad.
million just from
Not that I
that
use OnlyFans.
from one
Yeah,
day.
I don't use OnlyFans, but there are tons of women I would pay $20 to see more than Bella
Yeah.
Thorne, but whatever.
So it
But
was
for a celebrity, what she could have charged?
oh, yeah.
Respect the 20.
So
Respect the
$20
20.
entry fee, whatever. So
Entry fee.
she,
It just got you.
she
through
made
it.
$1 million. That's already a record broke in one day from OnlyFans. And so the same
broken.
the next day
Yeah, man,
she released another thing saying, "Oh, if you buy this picture, you're gonna see me nude," and she was charging $200 for that picture.
Just click her name on Google and see hella news.
That ass,
So-
there's a value.
Didn't she leak her own nudes? Wasn't that like a thing?
I don't know,
Yeah,
Fuck.
she did.
Dog.
but
I
whatever.
remember that.
5,000 people bought this picture, and she made another $1 million.
Jose, the more
I
you
got the
talk,
computer. Jose got the
I was like, why'd you buy that picture, dog?
Jose, the more Jose talks, the less faith I have in just people, dog. Like, y'all really
So
think
yeah,
this,
so
bro?
she made $2 million in 2 days, and she broke OnlyFans because when people bought the picture, she was fully clothed. So people got mad and they were requesting refunds to OnlyFans. So it broke the site. So OnlyFans the next day said, "Okay, you're gonna get your refunds, but we're gonna change the whole entire system about OnlyFans." So
They
now,
give them a refund.
yeah, they get
For
because
Hell
hella
no.
people were charging back and it was just trying to
I
get
know,
their
but
money.
it's like,
I'll be like, well, you sue
No,
some
yeah,
bitches,
like-
that's what you get.
That's the
what you
thing.
get.
OnlyFans, their number one thing is they don't give refunds. But since there was over 5,000 people requesting refunds, it broke the
I
site.
feel like that's not a lot
That's
of
not that
people.
much.
I don't know,
for a
but
whole site.
it was just a whole bunch of complaints, and they got like Twitter, top of Twitter, so like they had to do something. So what they did, they issued them a refund, and also they changed their whole entire policy. So no entertainer or whatever could charge more than $50 per anything. So
That's
like,
stupid.
and now before like they used
So,
to get
so what you're telling me is that Bella Thorne ruined it for hundreds
Yeah,
of
so-
other people
so yeah,
that are
she-
probably eating off of
So she's
Yeah,
on
OnlyFans.
Logan
so
Paul
that-
YouTube.
That's fucked up.
So that
All right.
I'll get to that right now. But look, this is the new policy. So Right now they changed their policy so you can't charge more than $50 of whatever content you put out, and also before if you have a page and you own the page and you get money from it, you can get your money in 7 days. Now you have to wait 30 days to get your money.
Oh fuck no.
So
If you're a content provider,
yeah,
like
if you're a content provider, you'll get your money now in 30 days instead of 1
So
week.
there's people really like living off of
Yeah,
this.
so that's the thing.
That's
And she ruined it.
So she ruined it for everybody.
waiting a
So
month.
everybody
pay your
started
rent?
coming after her, and like it's just bashing on her. Everybody trying to making money right now is coming after her, and the funny thing
that's,
is,
what, that's what I was gonna say to you. If 5,000 people complain and got the policy changed, now there's gonna be 100,000 people complaining
that's
about the policy.
yeah.
change.
So
So
since
then
they
how are gonna
changed the
fix it?
policy because they don't want to have people complaining more, now you have the creators complaining to OnlyFans. So that's a whole
Well,
other thing. So like I don't know if they're gonna.
That's
try
the
to
end of
fix-
OnlyFans right there. That's the end of OnlyFans right there.
I
There's
don't, I
about to
don't
be
think it's the
another
end of
one.
OnlyFans.
I think so.
There is hella websites.
Going
Another
from
website will do the
yeah.
same model.
No, yeah,
and
going
but-
from
be
7
more
days
lenient.
to 30 days is a killer
Yeah,
for
that's
people
crazy.
living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, facts, dog. You're telling people that they're only getting paid once a month, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That-
but
that-
you're getting paid once a month, $100,000. You're good.
I
Yeah,
know,
but there are
but-
people that are getting paid $10 a week
No,
from the shit.
no, they're not.
Yeah, what I think
I'm
is
sorry,
gonna happen.
They're getting
There's
paid.
people that are
They're
not-
getting paid.
People are not even getting paid. They're just
Oh, yeah,
hoping
there's
that
girls on
someone
IG
sees
No,
that
yeah,
just
they're-
have like 3,000 followers that are doing it, and they're not gonna pay
No,
the 100,000.
I know there's people who depend on that, but like,
Okay, that's bad. But now you're telling them that they have to limit the price of
Mhm.
what they want to show. If they're the owners to their own pictures, they should be able to
Right.
sell it for as
no,
much
yeah,
as
that's
they want.
that's the next conversation. So
That
that's
OnlyFans is done.
it's not
I'm
done.
telling you.
I'm telling you, it's
I,
not.
I, under, I understand it's not done, but another website with the same model that they had before will
They
jump
already
in and they
have
will
that
dump
though.
shit.
Like
on the policies, yeah.
they already
They're
have
gonna
that.
be like, come over here, you can charge whatever you
Nah,
want.
No,
that's,
yeah,
yeah.
that- that's
Days.
too extreme.
That's-
That's too extreme of policy change.
but
If
that's
they already have that, then I think that helps to Chris's point. Like people are gonna see this and just
no,
be
no.
like,
Of course,
man.
like this is just a thing, like in the moment thing that they had to change to get people back on their side. But now they have the creators on the other side. So now they're trying to find a way to like meet in the middle with everybody. So like they're trying to.
Bella Thorne
If-
about to have the only
Yeah, so-
active OnlyFans.
So she messed it up for everybody, and the funny thing is, like a couple hours ago, she issued an apology to all the entertainers or whatever, saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I
OnlyFans
did
fucked up, too.
this."
No,
I
yeah,
would have
they
told
both-
those 5,000 people, go kick rocks. You blew it.
No,
You,
yeah, because people, first of all, some people say what they do on their page on their bio. So if they don't, you're paying at your own risk, my guy. Like if you pay for this
Oh, yeah.
shit, you just gotta
That's-
take a L with whatever we're showing you or whatever you're about to see. So that's why I don't understand why 5,000 people was enough for them to change the
I guess
whole policy.
it's because it just got too big of a issue. Like,
Maybe they saw it like start to come in and just like tried to get ahead of it. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I can imagine.
it just
but-
got too big of an
That's
issue
fair.
of people trying to get their money back. Like it just blew up, and basically they had to either find some way to
But
do
you
it.
said that Bella Thorne eventually did do nudity in the app?
No, she never did. She said it from the beginning. She's like, "Oh, I made $1 million and I'm not even doing nudity." But like the next day, she put out a picture. Like you can't even see the picture unless you pay the $20. But she said, "Oh, in this picture, I'm fully nude." So like people.
That's what I was gonna say. Like at that point, OnlyFans didn't have to do shit. Bella could have just made her audience happier by lowering the price from 200 to
No,
like
yeah,
$75.
but
And
but
then
that's
none of this would have happened.
no, yeah, but that's
wow, dog, what a huge mistake.
What a bitch, though, bro. Like,
No,
oh,
I'm
I'm sorry,
just-
bro, but that's a bitch move. Like,
I'm just thinking about OnlyFans.
But from the app standpoint, though,
I take it from her standpoint. If you're gonna
from both.
if you're gonna
Like,
no,
do
yeah,
something-
she definitely messed up. She
gotta
messed
at
up for
least-
everybody because
no, but she didn't say that she was gonna be nude.
She
Jose
did.
just said that
Yeah,
under-
she said
yeah,
it.
that's
She
what I'm
was
saying. Like,
No. You said that she later on put a post that I am nude in this post, and you got to pay to see that.
yeah,
But if you signed up for the subscription of the app overall, then and I don't say that I'm nude, then yeah, you didn't know what you were gonna get. You were coming in here blindsided.
but this is a celebrity doing that. Hella people are gonna sign up like they did. So like
Right.
when they see, oh, I'm gonna be fully nude, they're gonna do that too. So like they
Bro,
expected
all the little
that.
pervs
Yeah.
that go on there,
Right.
like, were probably going crazy when they saw that.
So
like,
that's
I know,
exactly
but
why
Jay
you're
was on
saying
the
that
line
she
with
said that-
OnlyFans.
But
That's
you're
like,
saying that she said that on a post that what she was, you just got to pay to see it, right?
yeah,
All
Yeah,
right,
but
so yeah.
but the post was what? The post was
it's
how
a
much did it cost to see it?
200.
I mean, you had to
200.
subscribe to her.
No, you're
cost
already
$200
subscribed to her, so you already paid the
for 20.
$20.
Right,
So
but
like,
like you said, there's the entry fee to like be
yeah,
to see her timeline, but then she can also
Yeah,
charge
she
within
can
the
charge-
timeline.
yeah, per picture. Yeah.
Okay, but but once you're in there, there's a locked post that
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
for 200
Yeah.
in this post I will be nude,
yes,
and she
That's-
wasn't.
yeah, she
No,
wasn't.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
you said
fucked
she
up.
wasn't? I didn't
No,
know
she's. That's what I'm. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's
Like-
that's a problem.
She.
She charged her 200 saying she was gonna be naked,
yeah.
but she wasn't naked in the picture. That cost $200.
that. Okay, that's definitely different. I thought you were just saying that people were mad that they paid the 20 for the subscriptions and didn't see naked shit because
Nah.
if she didn't say it, then there's nothing to be
Oh
mad
yeah.
at.
So
Yeah.
the first thing was the first million that she made that people did, and whatever was there, there's no nudity there, and she said it from the start. But then when she put,
So
another
people weren't
post-
mad at that point.
No, they were mad
No.
because they paid 200, saying that she was gonna be nude, and
Yeah,
she
that's
wasn't.
definitely different.
So because she said that, that's what caused the whole backlash.
Bro,
thing.
not only do you upset like the pervy fans that are out here trying to see this, for a girl that's not even that bad. I'm sorry, but there's better girls than Bella
Don't be
Thorne.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Oh, we're
there's
canceled.
Love yourself.
that- there's that side of it, and then there's the side where it's like you're fucking it up for all the content
and
creators.
she
like,
did.
bro. Like this girl, man. like what is
This-
up?
This is
$200
annoying.
is not somebody to play money play.
And
It's
for a
annoying.
picture.
Yeah, it's annoying because I mean, people know what people use OnlyFans for. Like, you know what people are on there for,
Mm.
and it's like a everyday person can do this, and it's like a step below going into like a different, the industry, and celebrities are taking advantage of this, like, and it's taking food off other people's plates when you're doing it. It's annoying that.
Yeah,
And
especially
I
when
don't
you
care
say
about
that way.
OnlyFans.
So
Like
she
I
already
think the
was
best
well off.
person who did it right is Cardi B because she did start her OnlyFans, but she said from the start this is just behind the scenes shit, and she's only charging $5.
Oh,
So-
what? Yeah, come on.
So
man.
like compared to her, she's
Oh, yeah,
doing it
but,
right. But
yeah, it's not about the money because she could have a post that's
No,
like,
yeah.
well, if you want to hear me talk shit about Nicki Minaj, it's $130, and then people will do that. But yeah, if you definitely how do you call it? Fake advertisement. Yeah, you can't fucking
Yeah,
do that. You
false
can't say you
advertising.
did something and then you.
So that-
then
yeah,
you
that's what
took
she did.
$200 from people's
so
pockets.
she's
Like, nah.
laughing at that basically.
And especially, fam, she could have literally took one of the pictures that were leaked and then just reposted it.
That's
and
what
then
I'm
been
saying,
straight.
dog. One of the pictures that she leaked, that she herself put out there. like, dog.
I just can't believe 5,000 people bought this.
I can't believe that
I can't believe
OnlyFans
it.
restricted that
People
shit so
crazy.
much.
I don't even think 5,000 people is a lot. I feel like it was
I'm
kinda
more
like
upset at
the-
OnlyFans than I am at
It
those.
wasn't more, but 5,000 times 200 is a million. So that's how many people bought this.
It's
Shit.
kind of like the what's it called? What's her name? Doja Cat.
Oh, the
So what she did?
the
So, you
song
guys
shit.
get my songs to #1.
I'm still waiting on those.
Keep waiting.
No, waiting on those titties.
She did it the next week.
Yo, that's the OnlyFans I would buy for sure, though. I wouldn't even think twice.
Really? You
Wouldn't
mess
even
with
think
Doja Cat?
twice. Oh, I think, yeah,
Doja
bro. I
Cat
think she's so
body
bad.
Yeah,
It's
no,
fine.
she valid.
I don't know what you guys are saying.
her
I fuck
body
with her. I
is
fuck with
fine.
her.
Oh, we gotta. I mean, we'll talk about this off this. I'm not gonna say anything.
She's cute.
Is Doja Cat hot?
I disagree.
Office.
Yeah, the office.
What is it? Hot or what? Or
No, it's hot. I
Is
think
she
someone
hot
said
or
she's like
not?
pretty
Yeah.
or cute.
Or-
It's like
yeah.
no. Kevin's like no. This is about.
No,
that
no,
she's
no.
hot
It
or
was.
something.
It was no. The game isn't. Would you do her? Is she hot? Is she hot?
But OnlyFans, you fucked up. I'm creating my own thing.
it's not.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
they had
other
to do it,
websites would
man.
Definitely capitalize.
They
on
didn't
that
have to
shit.
do it.
Pornhub
This was
is
a
Pornhub's
perfect
about to take
alley
over.
for any other website to, and they could go even now get financed by another celebrity and be like, look, OnlyFans fucked up. Let's do this with your name on it so you can have some credibility, and then now we could just gain all of those fucking subscribers and creators.
No, yeah.
In theory,
If
it
only-
works, but I don't know. Like with any media type of thing, someone has the idea, they make it, and there's like some flaws in it, and so people are like, oh, we could correct those flaws, but it's hard to like pick it up. I mean, I don't know how quick something will pick up, but this OnlyFans train has been running for. It's
Well,
getting
the
hotter
thing
and
is
hotter
that
every day.
OnlyFans it's basically a Patreon. So
Exactly.
the structure of it has been around forever. It's just the stigma that it got.
Exactly. Now it's like a popular, like everybody knows, like a YouTube for.
Yeah, all the company got to do is reach out to a couple of the celebrities that were willing to already do an OnlyFans, and then give them a sponsorship, and then all they got to do is promote it within their social medias, and then now you're starting a whole brand new.
But I think that it's harder to do with like stuff like that though. I think what OnlyFans is gonna do.
No, not now when OnlyFans fucked it up for everybody.
But that's what I mean. Like they're not gonna, since they have the people who work for them bashing on OnlyFans, they're gonna try to like meet in the middle with that. So I think that's just the whole cutback thing that they did now was just to stop those chargebacks, to stop people fighting and like stuff like that. So like they just gotta meet up.
Like I said, like if you go, Ruby Rose has a OnlyFans. She's a rapper. We're just gonna talk shit here. Billie Eilish, Rosalia, be like, yo, we're gonna give you this amount, a deal with us, and then all you gotta do is put your content in this app, and then all they gotta do is post it on their page. That's a quick link on the bio, and then you get that shit rolling right there.
No, yeah, but that
sounding like MySpace right now.
But that's
Ray J about to come out of nowhere and make a fucking.
Yeah, those are those celebrities, but these are
OnlyMans.
OnlyMans. Hey, we gotta make one, guys. What's up? We got
Chris gets a subscription 1 week every year in Sanibel.
Why me? Jose's a sucio here.
You still haven't said what happened in Sanibel.
You guys want to hear it?
Next week.
Hear it on next week's.
Yeah, next week for sure.
Like, I'm definitely not mad at those apps though, because it's obviously like, yeah, it has the stigma of the sexual stuff, but like even a Patreon, like if you just have an audience and you feel like they will support you to see exclusive content, it's pretty fire. Because even what Logan Paul does is basically OnlyFans. It's just not called OnlyFans. It's called the Maverick Club. So he just charges people $20 a month to show content that he just doesn't show online.
I see a lot of YouTubers doing that too. Like I know Nelk does it. Just like because you know with like YouTube stuff, it's like they take this percent. So like there they could get the 100% of
they definitely saw the limits of YouTube, but then they also saw the success of OnlyFans, and then like merged those ideas.
Yeah,
just brilliant.
Created their own website. Basically,
so smart. Imagine Beyonce joining OnlyFans and be like, oh, you can only sell a picture for $50, and it's her and Jay-Z doing a sex tape or some shit like that. Shit would sell.
Damn, Chris.
Fucking thousands. You understand?
Boy, OnlyFans would be on the New York Stock Exchange if that happened.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine telling him that you can only sell that for $50.
Okay, nobody with that amount of money is gonna get onto.
No, of course not. No,
unless OnlyFans gives them the bag, because at that point you're not even doing.
But even then, like how many like really famous people would.
Well, now it's a new thing.
Doing it for like
it's a new thing now, though. Like before.
That's what I'm saying. Though, like OnlyFans are willing to pay the advance to the creator first, so that they don't have to live on like just the income that they can make.
I guess I'm trying to think of somebody on the level that's not like too high up.
Yeah,
because he's Beyonce. I can't even picture Beyonce would download the app.
Hey man, even if she did, she didn't have to use it for sexual reasons. She just.
But that's what I'm saying. Like. The amount of money that she has, I don't think you even need more. At least not through that.
Like, how do you buy her out? You know what I'm? Yeah, like how?
Oh, guys,
everyone's got a price.
Coach, yeah, you just be like, yo, we're gonna give you a $10 million in advance because we know we're gonna get.
OnlyFans has $10 million to give out like that.
Oh, what?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Manny, you know what their percentage is a month?
What? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean a month?
No, not a month. Actually, weekly, because they used to get paid weekly.
But percentage of what? Like the money they make?
Profits.
Yeah.
It's 25%.
Oh no! Oh, so they get 25% off of every.
So off Bella Thorne, off her making $1 million, they got $250,000.
20%.
There's porn stars on there that make $100,000 a week or per post. Yeah. Like, yeah, that is crazy. OnlyFans is on the lowest of keys. That's the problem.
I did not know they were profiting like that, dog. That is insane.
They take 20% of everything you make, and they don't have to do anything. Just provide the website.
Like Twitch did with Logic. So it's like, I'm going to give you this fat ass advance because I know I'm going to get it on the back end because we know you're going to bring this amount of people to the thing.
Yeah, Twitch takes 20% too of. I think, no, they take like 40%.
If Beyonce goes... My next album was on OnlyFans, and it's $10. Fam, you
break
already
the
know
internet.
Beyonce is gonna make gold and platinum and millions in a fucking week.
I don't think she'll do it.
It'll just be more
This is the
tangible.
whole stigma.
Like,
of
it'll
it.
be
We may
better.
get to that part. We
Yeah,
may
because
get
then
there. Jose.
you're breaking off the label, so you're not even cutting them a percentage anymore. Like it's like you're cutting a lot of middlemen at the same time.
OnlyFans had it perfectly, and they fucked it up.
This guy.
What a bit.
Chris was ready to invest everything on the table until now.
I want to buy
I
stock in
want to make
OnlyFans.
this clear. I have no subscriptions to OnlyFans. I've never bought an OnlyFans
I don't know
or anything
this.
like that.
I
Jose
don't
hits
know.
me with the mega link. It's right. I have no affiliation with OnlyFans at all.
Affiliate.
I'm just upset at their business
Oh my
ethics
God.
and the way that they
Yeah,
fucked up this
How you gonna
whole,
throw Jose under the bus?
transaction.
Word. No, Jose just sends me the mega link.
This man, well, this is the last episode we're getting recorded. Jose in prison.
Oh my God.
Jose, beep out when I said mega.
But thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of Planet of Doubt, episode 15. Obviously, our videos have been getting longer. Let us know how you feel about that, about our new structure to the channel. What have you been enjoying? What are some opportunities? Let us know in the comments. We're taking any feedback. Also,
Except the bad feedback. We're not taking that.
that we're just deleting off the comments
Yeah.
and moving on to the
You're forked.
since you're already here, might as well like and subscribe the video. In the comment section, you let us know if you think that the binge show is going to be good on Hulu. Tell us about if you catch the what is it, the Doom Squad,
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
Doom Squad.
Doom
Suicide
Patrol
Patrol.
series. Watch that. Let us know if Manny is overrated on his take or
It's my ass.
or he's on key. And yeah, let us know about the music. Let us know if the weekend is just doing too much or he's doing just enough. If Big Sean is due for a classic album, the McTravis, the McCactus is coming to a McDonald's near you. And are you even excited anymore for these mixtapes that are coming out from our favorite rappers because half the content is getting deleted? But yeah, man, there's a lot of things. And thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, tell a friend, tell a friend. Peace.